All right, guys. Are you guys ready for round two?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're ready. All right, guys. We're gonna get straight to it. My name is Alex. I am the host. I am happily married because because last time we didn't do our statuses.
My name's Jessica. I'm not married.
Yeah, and there you go. She's single. I got my beautiful wife here.
Is Stephanie married?
Married. How many years?
Natalie.
Going on 7?
7. Yeah. 7 years.
7 years married? Lucky guess. No way.
No. Bro, 7 years
7
already?
years? No, it has not.
You're literally reminding me of my mom right now.
6 marriage through the church. 7 through the court.
Oh my god. Dang.
A lot of realization. Okay.
And 2020 was an
Natalie?
amazing
I'm
year.
Natalie, and I'm in a relationship.
Whoa. Woo-hoo-hoo.
Finally.
Victoria?
I'm Victoria. I'm single.
All right.
Victoria, how old are you? Are you allowed to be here?
I'm 30.
Oh my god.
Girl, you look like you're like 22.
She just turned 30. Yeah.
Really?
Happy birthday.
You're 30?
Get
Yeah,
out
she
of
don't look
here.
it. No.
No
Oh
way.
my god.
Congratulations.
I know.
Oh, I'm Gabby, and I'm in a relationship.
Ooh, Gabby!
Take it. You did.
Jessica.
I'm Jessica.
No relationship.
Yes.
I'm Vicky. I am in a relationship.
All right, Vicky.
Woo.
Hey.
Yay.
One down, one to go.
Oh.
I'm Benny, still single.
Yeah.
I'm Dom, in a relationship.
With Vicky.
With
A
Vicky.
relationship with
Vicky
Vicky.
number 2.
Yeah. And Frankie will be joining us eventually.
Frankie.
Halfway the way
And we
point.
don't know about Frankie.
He's
Yeah,
coming?
you don't know about Frankie. He's on the way.
coming?
Yeah, he's coming from the fair.
Really?
Yeah.
I wanted to go to the fair.
Oh man.
No fun.
Tomorrow.
But anyways, guys, about last podcast, a lot of people love this episode, last episode about dating and what we covered. Thank you all for sending in your questions. We're definitely gonna go over them. Yeah, there's a lot. Please silence your cell phones.
Yeah, man.
Like a movie theater. Anyways, guys, yeah, we're definitely gonna go right into them. But I do have to make a shout out to my cousin Brandis, who lives in Arizona. She sent me a picture when I sent her the episode, and she played us on Spotify on her TV. And so now I'm like thinking, oh, that's great. You put us on Spotify. Then I realized the questions we asked on that episode, I'm like, her neighbors could probably hear you when we're talking about a question about if you bust a nut in a girl. And
my
like,
God.
as your neighbors
You
are
said
listening.
that shit in front of your mom.
You did.
Oh, I did.
What?
Oh god, there's so much to this podcast. And then, I mean, yeah, like Dominic did a side podcast without actually recording it.
She understood.
But like the last podcast got so many like people talking that they wanted to do their own thing without actually recording it, which is sad. I wish you guys recorded it. That was funny. But again, Brandis played it also for her coworkers and other people that she knows, and they chimed in. So we have new categories. We have questions from girls to guys. We have questions that are broad around all sexes, and another one category called dating scenarios. They sent in their actual relationship situationship, and
like
we're
this.
gonna chime in on that.
I'm not dating anyone, but
So get ready.
It's like that thing you show me sometimes, like that thing on TikTok where that people they send in their relationship questions.
Oh,
like that.
yeah.
Yep.
It's like that one.
I'm answering questions.
Yeah, we
today.
got some
Well,
situationships.
we like the good, juicy ones.
Okay.
Oh, but you
But I'm gonna
we
start-
got juice, bitch.
Yeah.
Well,
All right, guys. Let's start us off on a soft question. We all know that we all a lot of things are comic book related. A lot of movies coming out, anime, TV shows, whatever. This is mostly for the girls, because obviously the guys we love it. How nerdy is too nerdy, and what's your cutoff from dating that person? Like, what's the breaking point of you not dating that person that's nerdy?
Okay, I've seen on TikTok that there was, it was kind of funny, but I wouldn't date. But there was TikTok people that were battling each other with their Yu-Gi-Oh card, and they had like the thing.
Oh my god.
I know what
you
those
get
are
it.
too.
Yu-Gi-Oh card?
I know you're talking
Yeah.
I
about.
know the dual disc. Yeah.
Yeah.
What is-
Holy
It
shit.
was like kind of funny, but then I was like, damn.
That's a little too much.
That is.
What do you mean a
commitment.
Yu-Gi-Oh card?
It's a
There's like
card
a
game.
yeah. There was like back when I was
It was an attachment.
I don't know.
No, so it was like, cause like,
Yeah.
I know, yeah. So,
You know it. What's up?
Yeah, you know it.
so
Let me
yeah.
see a picture of yours.
I never had one. Okay, I never even really got into it, but I know what they're talking about because I've seen it.
I see it too.
So it was like, yeah, because in the show it's like a card game, and they use that to play. Like you can either play it on a regular playmat, but then they made these like things you could wear on your wrist, and you could play it on there instead
Okay.
of like.
What is it called? I gotta look it up.
It's called the dual disc.
Okay. So you think that's too much?
Something like that, huh? Like I get what you're saying.
Towards that level.
Yeah,
is a little too
that
much.
level of.
I think guys that are nerdy, I don't think it's a bad thing. I feel like they're actually generally really good guys because I feel like they're really passionate and I feel like they show that passion off to you and like they can make you
But
their
where does
real
it draw
too.
the line?
I think once you have to dress up. What's that dress up?
Mm.
I'm okay
Like
with
when you
like
cosplay?
Yeah.
Well, I think dress up is cool.
Yeah,
I think
it's cool.
I think it's cool. Like if it's like
I'm
once
not-
in
like,
a year.
I like
Okay,
going-
once a
going
year.
Like for
to,
special occasions.
Comic-Con.
Like,
I like
events.
Comic Con, but I don't think I dress up. I like all that. Like I'm down for that, but like
As long as you are able to take care of your shit, like you got your shit together.
there you go.
Yeah, that,
You got
yeah.
yourself a good job. Like, you know, what is it? I think we're called
Like if you're like,
we're called sinks.
what?
It's like single income without kids or something like that.
Single income, no kids.
Yeah, something like that.
That's
so
what we are.
yeah, so
No, I
if
like
you
that.
it's okay if you're spending your money on like a shitload of like Pokemon cards, whatever you have, but as long as you got your shit
Still,
down.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. If you're blowing your money, everything, your savings on this shit, and you don't have enough to take care of your own necessities, then yeah,
That's a breaking point?
deal breaker.
Okay.
Yeah, but if you like go get your shit. Like I know this one dude.
Treat yourself.
I know this one dude who put a down payment on his house
Yeah,
by
that's-
selling all of his pop sock. Not pop sockets, the pop toys.
Oh, the
With
Funko
the
Pops.
heads.
Funko Pops.
Yeah. Oh, I love Funkos.
He's like, I sold my Funko Pops and for $30,000 and I got a down payment for my house and I'm like, okay.
Wow.
I'll let that
Okay.
Nerds know their stuff.
Holy
You remember
shit.
when people put money in Beanie Babies?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Are they worth anything still?
Yeah,
Yeah.
some are. There's a documentary on HBO Max. You should watch it.
I saw it.
It's good.
Nerd.
I mean, yeah, the same thing was like with Pokemon cards. Yeah, it's like those old like when the trading card first came out back in the day. If you like, you have the box and you don't open it,
Yeah.
like those go on eBay for like at least thousands of dollars, easy. No,
I have a friend who just sold like I don't know how many cards. He's like, oh, I'm gonna go sell something really fast, and he got like $300 off of just selling like 6-7 cards, and I'm like,
yeah,
what the fuck?
yeah, because like a lot of those old cards like from the '90s, they don't make them anymore. So it's like, and then if you have a sealed box of the packs, you can get at least probably like I've seen them go like for hundreds of thousands of dollars, easy money.
Damn.
It's good. I've never had it.
Damn. Spoken about shooting it. Yeah, no, I like what you said about like the whole finance thing.
I'm not a nerdy person like this, but I can imagine that it would be okay, like no matter how nerdy you are, as long as you're showing as much passion as you do with whatever nurture you do, and show as much
girl.
passion towards your girl.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But if it's like one-sided, like you're showing all this passion towards like whatever shit you're doing, but not.
I need attention.
Oh, like,
Yeah.
That's something like-
guys that are like gamers and they're
Yeah.
like all about
Oh,
their
they're just
game.
fucking on their games all the time. They
Oh,
don't.
yeah,
They're
that's-
just disregarding
yeah,
their girl.
Or gamers
Yeah.
and
Okay,
No,
I'm gonna have
so
to
Gamers
go.
and nerds aren't the same.
So there's like,
Neither are the same.
so there's like if like when you say gamer, there's a couple of connotations sometimes, like because I've seen on the internet like some people that they call them gamers that are like way too, like they're really bad, like way into games, and they just talk a lot of bad
Cross
shit.
the line.
They cross the line a lot of times. It's like I don't want to call myself a gamer.
I
You guys
love-
gonna
I
own
love that we
shit?
brought up this
Like,
topic
fuck
'cause-
that.
That goes into our first dating scenario.
Look,
Oh,
if
you
you're
ready?
if
let's finish this.
I think when you're sharing, I love to like okay, for example, when Ruby and Alex first started dating, Ruby went all the way to San Diego to go see some Comic-Con shit, and I was like, she wouldn't.
I wanted to go to that.
I
too.
know, but had you brought that up before? No, so you started showing interest. So I think, like, I'll show interest, but you better show interest on the makeup I buy.
All right.
Yeah, that's fair.
Our first relationship scenario. I was gonna say this one for later, but we brought this up.
Might as well.
My boyfriend plays video games every night until 1 to 2 a.m. Every night, she put in caps. And then all day he bitches and complains about being tired. I'm so sick of hearing it and telling him / suggesting that he maybe cuts back. His excuse is that everyone is online, and I mean, I get him wanting to play with his boys, but at this point I'm hearing about it. Is it too petty of a reason to end things with him? Aside from that, he is a great boyfriend, but I want to go out. But every time I want to go out, he's too tired. If I want to do something over the weekend, his excuse is he needs to sleep. But then if I leave, he hops on the game and plays all day. Shouldn't I be somewhat of a priority?
Of course you should be.
100%.
How do we know how long they've been together?
Yeah.
Doesn't say.
Okay. I feel like that's a really
Let's just assume a year or less.
a year or less.
A year or less.
Let's just assume that.
So he just plays.
Like
So
Mike.
pretty much he plays video games a lot, and then he's too tired to do anything else with her. Is that what he's saying?
So he plays late into the night, 2 a.m.
Yeah.
I guess, and then because of that, he's too tired. He's too tired to do anything else. Well, like
Has she had a talk with him?
yeah, that's
Yes,
my
yes,
question.
she has, yeah.
They need to
Okay,
talk.
she's
Like
had
a
a
serious,
talk.
like this is like a
issue.
what's an ultimatum? Like, all right, either you gotta cut it down or fucking or this is over.
I think it also depends. At my age, I'm not dating to date. You know, we're dating for the final.
Oh, how old are these people too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
Yeah,
my
we don't
question,
know.
too.
Because if they're young, girl, do what you
Yeah,
gotta
'cause
do.
that-
If they're
that's-
older, girl, what are you doing?
Because that sounds like like gaming until 2 a.m. That sounds
an
like
addiction.
young. That sounds like that person's in their 20s. Because
No,
I know for damn sure. You good? I know for damn sure that I can't do that.
No,
That late
yeah.
in the night. No, I need sleep.
As
I'll
much
do
as
that with TikTok.
yeah,
No, I'm just
as
kidding.
much as yeah, I know, right? Benny and I are both gamers, but like, there's no way we go that long playing games. And obviously, you know, like I have a wife, I have a child, I need to get some sleep. And obviously, like it really does depend how old this person is, but
Yeah.
and how long the relationship is.
Mhm.
But the way it's going, if you already had that talk with them and they're still
And
doing
they're still
it,
doing it,
and
then
the
yeah,
fact that it's a
that's-
reflecting relationship where you can't even go out that much anymore, yeah,
That's too much.
because like
yeah, it's too much.
the way
It's
the
too
way
much.
the way I see it is like, so he says that he does that because that's when everyone's playing.
That's when all his boys are playing
So-
at that time.
I'm assuming that that's because they all they have regular jobs that they're.
Let's hope they have jobs.
I'm hoping that's your reason. Because
I'm
you have a
guessing that's the
regular
reason.
9 to 5.
Yeah, around 1 to 2 a.m. they're still playing, and so
Okay,
it's
that's still too.
There's-
Even
there's-
if you have a regular job, and that's still too late for
There's
that.
there's three things
Again,
that are gonna come out of this. Either one, she talks to him again and he like some sorts of like gets
Something
it and tries to
realization.
make a change. 2, she ends up still dealing with it and she ends up leaving, or no, she ends up breaking up with him.
Mhm.
Or 3, she stays with him and she ends up cheating and finding another man that she can confide in and that gives her the attention that she needs. Either she's gonna stay with him,
Yeah, I could see that.
break up with him, or end up cheating on him
Yeah.
because she's not getting what she
Cheat,
needs.
Yeah,
girl,
but-
cheat.
It's one of the three.
Cheat and haven't paid your rent.
But but honestly though, if he's still not getting it after a talk, and he's not, because I mean the game's gonna be there when he could, the games are gonna be there. That's the way I see it. You know, yeah, play your game, but they're gonna be there. Just put it down. You gotta set your priorities right.
Yeah, but that's what I was gonna say.
Some people
His
don't get it.
girlfriend's not his
Yeah,
priority.
it's
The
it,
game is.
Yeah.
And that's what
Yeah.
it is.
Because
No.
if you're putting the video games as a higher priority, as your number one priority over everything else, family, loved ones,
That's bullshit.
that's you have issues that you need to look at yourself. That if you are even ready for a relationship.
The only rare scenario where this comes into play for his benefit is that if he had sat down and talked with her, babe, I'm about to be in a video game competition where there's money for the winner. I need to play for several weeks or something like that
Well,
at
you
this
know
amount of
that's
time with
not
my
the
boys, because there are
happens.
real competitions for this. Let's
Yeah,
not
there are
let's
real
Well,
not
yeah,
ignore
those
that.
are like legit.
And so that's a legit reason. But if he had never had that talk with her, and if this is not for a video game competition, what are you doing?
And then if he's doing this, and then the thing too, I was just thinking about if he's doing this every day, every night, that's another thing too. Is like, bro,
You got a
you
problem.
need to. I'm sorry, but you need to get a life, bro.
And you got a girl apparently, so you have a life somewhat, but you're ignoring her. But anyways,
that
no,
makes
no.
me curious. Then how did they meet? Then if he's been doing that,
How did they meet?
How did they meet?
You're right.
But,
Benny's
you know,
like,
that's probably
"Hit
not
me
my
up."
business.
Yeah, no,
Not
hit
mine.
me up. I know Benny's like, I want to play.
Like, what the fuck?
Hit me
Uh,
up.
Time I'm up.
Okay. One of our questions, we actually got a response from one of our last podcast about the guy paying for the first date or first few days and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, when a girl invites you over and cooks a meal for you, does that count as paying or pitching in for a meal, or does it have to be a restaurant? I'd rather make a meal than pay for one to show that I can take care of you and not that I need to pay for you.
That's a little too much.
What are you saying? Does that count as?
No, like, what if she, like, after several days, she decides to invite him over and make him a meal?
Oh,
So
that's because
that-
something else is gonna happen.
Yeah.
Candles lit?
Well,
Damn,
so
okay.
what's wrong with that?
No. Well, she's
So
just
what's the
she's just
question?
wondering, like, well, it's not really a question. It was just more of like, does it count as paying for a meal? Because like,
Yeah.
oh,
Putting in the effort.
That's
I mean, if
expensive.
anything,
It's not only money but effort.
Yeah.
money and effort.
That's even better.
That's even better.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if anything, that's like,
yeah.
paying for the meal. You're just paying for the meal. The other people are cooking it.
You better put
You're just
out.
showing up. But no, yeah, if you're cooking it, that's like you're putting in the time,
That's way
effort.
better. And you're in like the comfort of your own home too.
And
And
then
this
you
is
get that
coming
night-
from someone who bakes pizza from scratch.
Oh. Let's just say right now, Benny was the MVP of last podcast.
Was I?
You were the MVP of the last
Yeah, you were.
podcast. Jesus Christ. Let's see. This is for all sexes.
Oh.
Are there any red flags you choose to ignore in a previous or current relationship?
All of them. I'm just kidding.
Oh my God.
No, I'm just kidding.
Red flags.
I feel like girls will like look past red flags and certain things.
I think a lot of us have that
I think
savior
that's too.
complex. So we think that we can change that person.
Yes.
Oh,
And
Yeah.
we, like, I'm always going to give them the benefit of the doubt,
Yes.
knowing damn well
They're not.
exactly. And you, like, it's like, how many times is that shit going to happen to you until you fully understand? So you're going to keep making that fucking same mistake. But, girl, you got to go to therapy.
Yep. I agree.
That's kind of how I feel.
No, it's true. Let's see. Anybody
What was
else?
the question again? I
Are
forgot.
there any red flags you chose to ignore in a current?
Okay,
or,
any actual red flags that
Maybe
That you
did,
ignored.
Maybe you did ignore.
um,
Did you?
I mean, I think it kind of
I've told
it kind of goes back to, like, you know how last time you guys were saying what's your body count? If you accidentally find out, or like hearing shit from other people, because sometimes you'll date a person who already has like a rough background, and you're like, fuck, dude. Like, I'm already like, because I'll have friends, like I've had people who have told me like this person did this and this, and then I'm like, oh fuck, I should like talking to that person. So now I'm like, do I just say fuck it, or do I like let go? So it's
Well, you have to look at, is it a pattern or is it just something that they had to go through and they learned and they're a better person?
look, when you're an adult, it's
Yeah.
really hard to change who you are.
Yeah.
That's
People don't change unless you want to change.
Yeah.
So.
It's hard.
I don't think you really change. I feel like you like grow from experiences.
Yeah.
But you don't really change the
You-
root of who you are, but you grow from it, I guess.
I mean, because I know dudes who, like I know a guy who knows he shouldn't do things, but he still does them.
Oh,
You
that's
know?
me too.
Yeah, yeah. And I'll be like, just like kind of, try to avoid it. But it's like, I mean, bro, if you have a few drinks in you, you're gonna fuck around.
Yeah. All right. Relationships.
I guess
Anything more to add? Relationship scenario. So this one, yeah, definitely had our mouths wide open about this one because we never thought about this. My current boyfriend and I have been dating now going on 5 months. We have never been sexually active, and I always thought it was me. Until a few weeks ago, we were at his place and we were both wanting to, but instead of going for it, he sat me down and said we needed to talk.
Oh, God.
He then said on to tell me that he has an STD that is incurable.
Oh, okay.
Wait. I'm not done. He cares for me and that he cares for me and he wouldn't want me to risk me catching it. Am I wrong for being mad that he let me to wait this long to tell me, to catch feelings for him for months, and then to tell me this? I know sex isn't that important, but let's be honest, it is important.
It is important.
And also, is it weird that if I decide to continue this relationship, even though knowing I could eat,
What is
like
the
I could
STD,
get it,
though? What is the STD?
we don't. It's an
That's what I was
incurable one.
asking.
It's an incurable. So
Well,
let's
it's
just
like it's
So-
nice.
so I mean let's just assume it is that. HIV.
Well, at least he has
Is
the
it-
guts to tell her and not like have sex with her without.
Isn't herpes also like incurable? It
Yes.
just keeps coming back.
Yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
I think that's fucking bullshit. You should have told, like, obviously, even after a few dates in, you.
That's selfish.
No, but
The
that's
attraction,
so no,
the
that's
fucking
that's
attraction.
so hard though, because like you really feeling someone, and maybe someone's finally giving you a shot, and you having all this connection. But at least he had it in him not to like go through with having sex, because that'd be
Right.
some fucked up
Yeah,
shit.
that
I
would
would
be-
Maybe he felt so
No,
strongly for her.
But to be
Oh,
fucking
man.
rejected by a guy for 5 fucking.
Was he? Was?
I mean,
Yeah.
come on, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe they didn't
yeah.
initiate.
She probably
it.
started thinking it was
She's
her.
seen it's important. Yeah,
She
so
thought it was
Yeah.
her.
A girl
like,
wants
he
to be
didn't-
validated.
That he wasn't sexually active with her.
Yeah. I commend him though for being honest though. Like that's hard.
After 5 months.
I wonder what it was.
That's a lot.
I wonder what was it?
That's tough though.
I don't think the timeline's too long. Like, yeah, it's
5
months
months
isn't
isn't too bad.
I think it would have been bad if they would have had sex and then.
Oh, that would be
Yeah.
weird.
Oh, that would have been. That's like
That
criminal.
would-
No,
That's
that's
like.
that
But
is.
if
Yeah.
he
That's
waited
criminal in
and
some
then
cases,
told
yeah.
her before anything,
Fucking-
she has the right to be like, okay, well then I'm gonna step away. Like
She'd probably murder him for
that's
that.
her right
Yeah.
to walk out. You know.
Yeah.
Even if feelings grew, I mean, feelings can go away.
Seriously, yeah. I mean,
yeah, it takes a hot minute.
I
right?
see
So-
both sides, but
You know,
like,
I've never heard or encountered like someone in that situation. Like, damn, that must suck. Like, if you have an STD like that and you can't, and you have to tell someone like, hey, like.
Let me tell you something. In the gay community, what is
Oh,
it?
yeah,
Tinder,
yeah.
Tinder,
Uh-huh.
Grinder,
Oh, Grindr.
Grinder. Guys will actually put that shit on their profile.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they'll say if they have which is the one that.
HIV.
Yeah, they'll say if they have HIV, or they'll say if it's detected, if it's not detected. So
Wow.
That's
I love that it's
responsible.
yes, it's very
Wow.
honest.
Oh wow.
Oh.
I mean, they're on, a lot of them are on prep now, most of them. So like it's definitely like thank you for being honest.
Yeah.
You know, and even I think in regular websites, dating websites, I think you put on there you like to smoke, you like to do this, you like to do that. You're there for a
By the way, I'm
reason.
HIV positive.
if you
At the
are on
bottom.
there,
You got
and I
the
mean,
bottom.
obviously, if your page says just here for like random dates, I don't know if it's like Tinder. If you're on Tinder, I mean, you kind of know why you're there. You know, so it's like you're kind of exposing yourself already. Like, okay, you're here for a quick one, so
I
this
wonder
person's
if he
obviously
just
okay.
found out about
That's
it, or
crazy.
how long he's known. that
Now!
this-
He knew already.
Yeah, let's just assume he
don't
knew
know.
already.
5 months.
Yeah, that's
I-
5 months, yeah.
I
he
wonder
knew.
if he's done like I wonder what took him that long, you know, to maybe share that.
It's
I'm
just
sure it's
the
not
pressure.
an easy.
It's
Yeah.
not
Absolutely
easy.
not.
Yeah.
No, it's not. Like I wonder if he's gone through that with other relationships and they shot him down
That sucks.
right away. So
Probably.
So you think
I can't
she-
imagine.
Should she stay with him or?
it's up to her.
That's up
It's
to
up-
them.
yeah, it's up
That's-
to
that's-
them.
that's-
How much
that's-
love?
That's up to them.
Do you
I
love
can't
him?
say. Yeah.
After 5
Exactly.
months, can you say you love him?
Yeah.
But I feel like that's the only way you could, because say if you go in any relationship or any situation and you upfront tell them, they're fucking turning the other way. But if you like get to know someone and love them for who they are inside and then tell them he has a shot, maybe she might stay with him. Maybe
Okay, I
because
think
she's
he
truly.
knows.
you know?
So like another good one too is like, let's say that she's like, okay, well it's fine, and then they stay together, and then eventually they break up. Then she's gonna blame him, or she's gonna go back to him, and be like, oh well, it's your fault that
Oh, yeah.
so and so you gave me this,
So
even
like,
though she was okay with it from the beginning.
I remember I saw there's I don't know, like a clip or something where they were saying there's this she's trans, and she said, at what point do you tell a guy that you're trans?
Oh.
And she's like, I don't say it on the first date. I wait a few dates. And it's like, but you understand that you're really putting yourself at risk, because some guys take that very serious, and a lot
Yeah,
of
their
people
life
get
could be a
physically
fucking-
hurt.
exactly.
Yes,
Their
life-
yes.
Oh my God.
So it's like kind of the same thing. Like if you, let's just be honest, dude. In the long run, everybody appreciates honesty.
Let's keep it real.
Exactly.
I would say if she plans on wanting to start a family someday, maybe think about it before.
I mean, there is
Committing.
a lot of stuff that I
Yeah,
feel like
like,
she has to really
Think about
Yeah.
her.
You know,
Oh, and
yeah.
another thing is, girl, I mean, next time we ask these questions, I need an age.
Yeah,
Age,
age.
An age, how long you guys
Yeah.
been together, that type of thing.
No,
Like if you're in your,
It does
if you're
help.
mid to
Your
upper 30s,
name,
Yeah.
girl, why are you doing this episode?
What city are you from?
If you're 20s, girl.
Just 20s and how long?
Dom, can you give me another?
Oh, they're in the freezer.
Let's see. It's on the podcast.
That's pizza.
Woo!
I like these.
I know, right? I do got another scenario. Let's see. Is it acceptable to have a girl best friend and or vice versa while you're in a relationship? My ex used to walk at 10 p.m. around the lake with his girl best friend to talk, but she was also in a serious relationship at the time, so the girl's not no intention of cheating. Or is it a disrespect on some level?
Bingo.
What?
No.
Yes, always disrespectful. No.
So
Really? Do it.
Shouldn't have.
No, I'm saying that.
okay, so
You can have friends.
so
Absolutely.
this girl will find out that her ex is going on a late night walk with his best friend.
Is she a lesbian?
No.
Okay, then no.
This best friend she actually knows of
No, I don't
and knows she's already in a serious relationship, but her current boyfriend, like, he's hanging out with another girl at 10 p.m. on a late night walk.
No, that's not.
Doesn't
weird.
look good.
That's kind of weird.
It's kind of weird.
I know
Yep.
it is weird. What
Yeah.
are you doing at 10 o'clock walking
Yeah.
around a
What are you
lake?
talking about that you can't talk over the phone?
Yeah. Or,
I
I
know,
know.
exactly. Texting or
with
something.
me.
Yeah.
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 Oh, absolutely.
I mean, at
Or
sunrise
with you,
hours.
yes.
It makes me think that you're talking about me. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, this girl did point out, like, yeah, he felt like he was more able to express his emotion with this girl, but, like, not with your girlfriend or with the
That's-
friend.
That means he's
That's-
attracted to his friend.
I think so.
Yep.
Maybe
too.
he has
No.
no.
I think
no.
so.
There you go. There you go.
That's
Yes.
something along those lines.
He's attracted to his friend. He has that bond feelings, but it's just like
You
it
can't get
either
there.
he's friend zoned or it's been a long friendship. But
I have plenty of best friends that are girls, and, like, I don't go walking with them at late at night.
Oh,
No,
yeah,
you
that's
don't.
right.
Because you know,
Yeah.
you're not walking
Yeah.
with them.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
late at night at 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
I only take them late night walks to go on a date.
I went to the beach with my best friend yesterday. One of my
Who
best
the fuck is your
Yvonne.
best friend?
Well, one of my very, 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 very close friends, Yvonne.
Oh, yeah,
And
I
her
know.
kids.
Is she a lesbian?
No, she's married.
Oh, she's married.
She
She's
has-
married
yeah, she
and
has
has a baby, so.
Yeah, she has
and
two
you-
kids.
You'll love
I
it.
don't know, dude. I don't know. Is a baby coming? Is a husband coming?
yeah,
He didn't come yesterday, but he
Look.
knew.
This is just me and my opinion. Other girls can be like complete like some girls don't have that, like, I don't want to say insecurity because it's not an insecurity. Some people are just more comfortable than others.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not.
That's true. No, that's true. That's very-
I'm not, and that's it's okay.
That's perfectly fine. Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And that's
And
how
your
you
partner
get to
should
know.
respect that.
Yes,
Yeah.
and then that's where you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
like, okay,
Yeah.
Monica,
Geller?
and yes, and
Geller.
what was his name? The
Joey.
Chandler?
No,
Chandler.
the older one.
Pick the episode. Ross?
Richard.
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 Oh my
Richard.
goodness.
Richard.
She's talking
They
friends.
loved each other. They loved each other. But Richard didn't want to have kids.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing. Big didn't want to get married.
With Carrie.
Yeah.
Oh,
So it's like, okay, girl, at that point, he's
Who
been
are you talking about?
He's been Sex in the
Oh,
City.
okay.
They've been extremely honest. It's really up to you whether you're actually going to go ahead. So at that point, you really have to make the decision. I was telling a friend of mine yesterday, they're like, I'm afraid that I might be like I really love this person, but I'm afraid of what's going to happen. And it's like, girl, love is a risk. Love is a risk. And if you really love that person, you're going to risk it. And hey, if nothing comes from it, I'll be here to put you back together. But you're making that decision. Girl, I forgot what the question was.
I was like, how does that connect to
No, I mean,
best friends
I
walking
think
on
it's
the lake?
okay. It's okay.
She went through a whole
Sometimes
scenario.
don't go walking down
with everything.
I mean, I think
it connects with everything.
Okay. Next one. This was a question for all sexes. If your ex was in the room, would you acknowledge them by saying hi or just ignore them like they weren't there?
Not actually.
Example, if they sneezed, would you say bless you?
Depends on which ex.
I'd say shut the fuck up.
I feel like it depends on how it ended.
Ooh. Good question.
So if it was just kind of like a mutual breakup and it just didn't work out, you guys are both like, okay, well, let's go our separate ways. Of course you can say hi. But if it was just really bad, I would be like, no.
I wouldn't. I would say hi. I wouldn't say bless you. I'd say I would choke or some shit. There's other people in the room that can say
Oh,
bless
of
you.
course. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
And
hope you choke.
Exactly.
I wouldn't go out of my way.
no.
If
not to
I
say
knew my
bless
ex was here, I'm not gonna go looking. Oh my god, I'm gonna go look for my
you.
ex.
Bless you.
No.
Did you just sneeze?
No, I wouldn't go out of my way.
Yeah.
If I
But I know
raised
my girls are looking.
But I'd be like, oh, hey, what's up? I'm not gonna have a conversation with them. I don't care.
Oh, yeah.
And
you
I've
just
been.
nod
It
your
doesn't
head.
even matter which ex.
Yeah.
You know, just a nice. There's nothing for us to catch up on. Hey, what's up? You're doing good. Okay, move along.
If there's no way
Unless my-
around it.
Unless my ex is pissing, unless my friend is pissing me off, then I'm gonna say listen just to start some shit. Toxica status.
Oh. It's a good one.
You don't want to answer, Dom?
Hey. Anybody want a drink?
Yeah, I'll say hi to my ex if
Okay,
we're on good terms. If we ended on good terms.
Aren't you guys on great terms?
Just a little.
Which one? The first one?
You want like that?
Yeah, but
No,
the
no,
last
yeah,
one.
Next all the time.
The last one's done. The last one, I wouldn't talk to her. I wouldn't say anything to her. Just walk right past. But the old one, the first one, I would.
Oh
I'll say hi.
yeah, handy. Yep, love to chit chat, right?
Oh my god, what are you doing?
He said, oh my.
We'll skip on that one.
No, let's keep it going.
We've had too many arguments.
Yeah,
over
we're
this.
done. We moved on from that.
We moved on for this argument. Okay, here's a fun one. Girl question. Do men care if girls shave/wax or not? Do men care if girls shave?
Some do, some don't.
I wax.
Wait.
Let the
If
boys
guys-
answer.
Let the boys answer.
Let the boys
Shut
answer.
up. Oh, the guys.
Oh.
Men,
I was
sorry.
like, hold on.
Do we care if they shave or wax?
Or all natural.
Dom?
Free the bush.
I mean, yeah, I guess. I don't know.
You say yes?
I
What do you
guess
say,
I care.
Benny?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I'm the same. It's like, no, yeah, just, you know. Damn, this is-
Okay.
You're
Wait, wait,
saying
say-
well,
So this question was, do men care if girls shave or not?
Yeah. I get. Yeah. It can't be like hella hairy and
Yeah.
shit. I don't know. I just got
What are we talking about
Be
here?
honest.
like it's too hairy. I don't know. I get turned.
What
off.
are you talking about here?
What are you talking about?
Like you talking about like shit like
Down there.
down
Yeah,
there,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
The person
It can't be
asked
nothing
down
like-
there. Yes.
It can't be like a fro down there. And shit, you know? Yeah, a little
Thank you
hair's
for saying-
fine.
Thank you for saying that.
A
Because
little landing strip is okay. You know? That's
He
okay.
is
Oh,
so
me.
uncomfortable with the
Oh,
question.
this is hilarious.
Oh
Stop
my
laughing,
God.
No.
It's not that serious. It goes
Yeah.
both ways, though. It goes both ways, because same thing with guys, too.
Oh, yeah. Jesus.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is
The
true.
fuck?
Yeah.
Shave and wax, guys.
Got a manscape.
I used to have
you
a
gotta do
friend.
something.
Yeah, I used to have a friend that was turned on by like a hairy chest, hairy this and that. Cause I don't know.
Austin Powers.
For her, it was like a huge turn on. So that's and some people love it, and just some people don't. I feel like it's just
Yeah,
preference.
somewhere in the middle. Girl, don't look at me.
As long as, okay, as long as it doesn't, there's like no BO or like, you know.
Oh,
'cause you know
yeah,
how, like, hair
BO.
can do that sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
As long as
Yeah. No BO.
I mean,
San Jose responded. For me, not really, but I would be nice if it was shaven. I mean, a wild bush isn't sexy, but hair isn't a turnoff. But that's if we just talking down there. I would say it would be a problem if she had armpit hair.
And that's a personal preference.
Personal preference, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man. Let's see.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Go on.
All sex question. What if you get someone and they just happen to be a virgin? Is it a red flag?
Say it again.
What if you date someone and they just happen to be a virgin?
I
Is
think
it
that's cute.
I think it's
cute?
cute too, but just bless them somewhere else.
You don't want to teach them the ways?
No. Because I feel like they're waiting for something like important and special, so.
Mm.
Again, how old are you? I
That's
mean,
a
you
lot-
know what?
That's a lot
That's
of
true.
That's a lot of pressure. I feel
Yeah,
like on
like-
a person. But I mean, that's.
I have a friend who was a little bit older when she lost her virginity, but it wasn't because she was waiting for anything like that. It was more like when she felt comfortable that it was going to happen. And when she did do it, it was great. It was with someone that she was very comfortable with, but it was never like, oh, I'm waiting till marriage or anything like that.
Oh, okay.
So no, sometimes it's okay, but I mean.
Well, maybe if they communicate with that, like, if they say, "Oh, I just want to find someone special, not marriage," okay, maybe you can work on it.
If you're in your 30s and someone tells you that, it's like, oh fuck, that's a lot of responsibility.
What do the guys think?
Like the last
It
session.
doesn't matter.
Really? Okay.
Yay! No, I'm sure the guys
Yeah.
would like
Doesn't
that.
matter. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Fresh meat.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's not.
I mean, I've never been in that situation. Well, actually, I don't know. Well, I mean, I don't know.
Where your partner was.
It's just not. I mean, to me, it's just not.
Where
that
he
big,
was a virgin.
Not that big a deal.
No, it's not that big of a deal. I don't think.
No, I see it's
No,
different
I don't
for
think
guys.
so.
Okay.
I guess.
All right. All sex question. Does your boyfriend really appreciate it when you dress up, get ready for them, hair and makeup? My boyfriend says I take so long and don't need it, that I look beautiful just the way I am. But at what point do guys see it as, whoa, she's trying way too hard with her appearance and taking too long / having to wait for her for such a long time?
I don't do it for them. I do it for myself.
You do it for yourself.
Absolutely.
I think most girls do it for
I did.
themselves. I feel like most girls do it for themselves.
The snapping.
Yeah, I do it for myself, but of course it's like, watch yourself next time. Watch yourself next time that you kind of have like a thing for a guy out of nowhere. You're gonna start to see yourself like looking in the mirror or kind of like fixing yourself a little bit more. It just fucking automatically happens, dude. Even if you say no, you're gonna care a little bit more about how you look, and that's actually how a lot of dudes get caught up in shit when their girls are like, this fool never combs his hair, or never like.
Oh, and then like all of a sudden they're getting all nice
yeah,
and shit.
they're putting like a little
Damn.
perfume on themselves, like cologne and shit like that. But I love it when someone dresses up. And same thing,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Also depends where you go. Like, you're just going to a park. it's
Yeah,
fine, yeah.
Or
You
McDonald's.
want an actual McDonald's? Yeah, you don't need to dress up. You just be in sweats.
Oh, wear this crown.
I think it's always nice to dress up, like go out every now and then. You know, you guys both dress up. You
I,
mention
wait,
everything.
what was the? There was a Sofia Vergara had said something on Modern Family that it stood out. I think it was something along the lines like, if you love the results, don't complain about the process.
Hey.
Ooh,
I'm like,
that's
love
yeah,
that.
that's true. That's facts. That's
Damn.
true.
They liked me the way I
Yeah.
was.
That's true.
As long as they don't get insecure about it either.
Hmm.
Like, let's say you do like to dress up, and then like you like to wear short dresses or whatever, and they're like, "Oh, I liked you when I met you like that," but then after a while, they're like,
Oh.
"Wait, hold on."
Like, wait, why are you dressing like that for? Who you going out
Exactly.
for? Like,
Exactly.
oh yeah.
Then that's a red flag.
Oh, that turned into a red flag. Damn.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, it's the insecurity factor.
Yeah, like, oh, you can't dress like
That's
that
not
no
cool.
more.
Well, you
And it's a red
never
flag.
change. It's like all of a sudden, if you start changing like that, it's like, you know, it's kind of a red flag. But like you said, you dress the
Well,
same.
wouldn't it be like I guess a red flag if like you meet someone that like say like Natalie, that she's always dressed up, always makeup, but she always looks beautiful, and then you guys are dating, and after a while she just stops trying. Like, wouldn't that be like a
The opposite.
yeah, like
Also red flag?
yeah.
Also, like you're not trying anymore. Like you're not trying to like.
Yeah.
Should I go put makeup on?
Well, again, it depends on the scenario. Like, are you guys at home chilling
I'm
at
saying,
night
like,
on a
going
Friday,
on dates, like, you know.
going on a date and stuff?
Yeah.
Oh,
Guys, what would you guys say?
Well, for the date, like, where is it? What kind of date is it? Like, where are you guys going? If it's like,
You're putting in effort. You're putting in effort.
I mean,
and they
I think I have friends who, when they first met, when she first met the dude, he was very chuntiris or something like that. But
wait,
little
what?
by little, she'll be like, hey, I bought you this shirt, or hey, I got you this, because you start to know their style, and some dudes actually appreciate that shit. Like, I got you this shirt, I got you these pants. Hey, why don't you do your hair like this? It's not like you're trying to change them, you're trying to elevate them. Nah.
Oh no, that's different though.
Kanye.
dang. All right. All sex question: is PDA annoying? Even if you're super in love with each other, other people see PDA and think, "What a cute couple," while others see it, find it cringy. What do you
I
think of
love
PDA?
It depends. It's a good boundary. Like I like PDA, but there's sometimes when you see people doing too much PDA, and I just laugh at them. Like I just look, like you're in the park, you just look at people
Yeah,
and you
you
start
gotta-
laughing. Like, look at these fools over here.
How many times have we seen
It
our
depends
friends
on
post
where you-
videos of other people doing PDA and they're like,
Yeah.
"Look at that fucking
Fucking,
it
like-
depends on where
Like
you
in
are.
high school,
Yeah.
and they're
Yeah.
fucking
And how
glued to
much?
each other, and they're like, can't, you know?
Yeah.
Like if you're doing that with like a bunch of like like little kids nearby. I'm like,
Of
course.
Oh my god.
Like holding hands, you know, you're hugging
Oh,
each
that's
other.
fun.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
cool.
holding hands is like.
But when you're
no big
fucking
deal.
start making
Making
out,
out,
you start
yeah.
making out tough in like
No,
public,
yeah,
like bro,
none
what
of
the
that
fuck?
shit.
You're at BJ's and you see someone like
You're
making out, you're like,
BJ's.
what the hell?
3 margaritas.
You know,
3
like,
margaritas in? Damn.
Love margaritas.
It was a margarita night. Shit.
It's happy hour. You know what I'm saying?
And like, what was it?
I'd be like, well, let's give him a shot.
Freaking, we seen our friends like post up videos of the girls slamming the guys into the wall. I was like, damn.
damn.
Yeah, like the girls are carrying the guys.
oh, where?
Danny
What?
posted us some videos of people in
Oh,
Vegas.
on Instagram?
Yeah, people in Vegas. where the girls are carrying the guys and they're making out with them and slamming them on the wall.
Damn. All right.
How do you feel about BJ?
Wish I was strong. It's okay.
You like it?
It's fine.
Do you enjoy it?
Please don't be making out in front of me.
Trust me, I will.
No.
Okay.
Not just
All right, relationship scenario.
Okay.
My boyfriend has 4 kids
Ooh.
and co-parents. He's an amazing dad. We haven't been together long enough for me to meet his kids yet. I'm 100% okay with that, and that she's a single mom herself. My question is, what point is co-parenting too much? He goes over his baby mama's house every night. She has the kids and eats dinner with him and stays a few hours. Yes, he does text me while he's there. I have zero reason to suspect anything, but is it wrong for me to wonder if this will change? If we do decide to fully commit and meet each other's kids and potentially move on together.
Oh damn.
So,
Ooh.
That's
how-
That's a lot.
so he goes over
So
there.
he goes over every night for dinner.
He goes over
So
to his...
He's still living there.
Yeah,
Well,
I know.
yeah,
He's
That's what
still
it
living
sounds
there
like.
with the baby
So-
mama.
That's his
with
second
the
family.
kids.
I gotta ask though, how old are the kids? Like, if they're really young,
It's just
Well, there's 4, so they gotta be like fucking like
Well, they don't
5.
have to.
Let's just say
Yeah.
under 10.
That's
Under
fine.
10. They're all under 10.
they're all under 10.
Let me tell you, I'm not gonna abandon JJ. If JJ was my kid, I'd understand why he don't want to see him every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, but why can't he take
I
him
mean,
to
this-
his
this-
place?
this-
yeah.
There's like, yeah. Also,
that
another
custody.
question is who has full custody? Who is like, how's the custody
Joint
situation?
custody.
Yeah.
Is it joint custody? Does one parent have the full custody, and he only has visitation?
No.
I don't know.
I think.
I think
Sorry.
it sounds like a
Go ahead.
choice.
I think you're giving this child a false image of what it is. You know, you're really confusing this child because if they're having dinner together, you know, when you're divorced, you're not always going to be together.
Mhm.
You know, then it's like, what happens now? All of a sudden, yeah, I have dinner with my parents every night, but now all of a sudden my mama's bringing someone.
This is 4
different.
kids we're talking about.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, it's a full family.
What
You
happens
have
if
to-
they
Yeah,
start
at
a
a certain-
family?
yeah,
Is
at
he
a
still gonna
certain-
go to their house?
No,
every
yeah,
night?
that's
Sure.
that's
Yeah, she's like trying to see like you're still hanging out with your ex, but like, I mean, I get it. It's co-parenting. That's great, but it's
How long
like
you
you're
been
seeing them.
together?
She said they've been together
Not that long.
not that long.
Oh.
She hasn't met his kids yet officially.
They haven't met each
Yeah,
other.
Yeah, they haven't met each other's kids yet. But he tells her every
infant stage,
day.
I guess. But damn,
Yeah.
I mean that's kind of tough. Like every day like that. Like why would you even want to go to your baby mom's house
Yeah.
every day?
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
fuck.
That's
Wouldn't you
another
want to like
question,
have the
too.
kids on your own?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly.
Is he allowed to just have the kids for for himself?
I'm
Like,
pretty sure.
take them out.
I'm pretty sure.
Just without the baby mama.
And if you
Yeah,
can't,
he's
that's
probably-
a red flag.
No, he
Because
should. He
he's
should.
living there.
No, the only
Wait,
way
he's living there?
Is
That's
it,
what I
is,
know.
is,
That's
that,
what she
is that
assumed.
established?
He's
Is that
like, oh,
No,
I'm going
it's not
there
established
every
that he lives
day.
there.
Okay.
Yeah, you're sleeping over. Like,
Brian,
it's
what you
too late.
mean?
Yeah.
Live there.
Well,
You got clothes there.
Yes. Absolutely.
You got a
You
towel.
you got close.
Yes.
Oh shoot.
But again, that's our opinion. If his girl, obviously his girl's not comfortable. Never mind.
Girl run.
Go around.
Go with your gut.
I feel like it's like an orange flag, not a red flag.
But
an
again,
it's like it's not red yet, but
It's
it's
not
a,
red, but
it's
it's
a warning. It's
close.
a warning
It's very
flag.
much
It's
a
a warning
warning.
flag.
it's a risk.
Yes,
So
it is.
please go into any situation knowing that it's a risk.
Yeah.
And if something happens, you are as equally
Yes.
as at fault as he is because you were fully aware. If
Yes.
something is being hidden from me, all right, you did something wrong. But if I fully know and I decide to go into it,
Mm-hmm.
you're okay with it, girl.
Mm.
Take some ownership.
Don't act surprised.
Yeah,
Damn.
bitch. No.
All right, guys, we'll be back after this commercial break.
No.
Hey guys, we're back on the podcast. Don't worry, Natalie. We didn't cover anything we just talked about. We cut that out. I'm gonna say officially, we're gonna need to do a part 3. We got so many damn questions.
I just
but
dropped like 30
thank you all
on
for
Alex.
thank you all for sending your questions. But we're gonna try to cover as much as we can. But all right, relationship scenario.
Uh-oh.
My wife lives in the UK. Hence the word wife.
Okay.
Remember, come back to it. We have been trying the last year to get her papers to come here. Out of nowhere, she decides that maybe I should move out there. Do I break her heart and tell her that I will never move out there? But is it also fair to me to ask her to move here if I wouldn't be willing to move there?
Okay. Why did they get
That's a lot to
married?
unpack.
Bingo.
Yeah, that's a lot to unpack. Why did they get
90 Day
married?
Fiancé.
$1 million question.
Did they not?
Fiance?
Did they not communicate this?
Yeah, like did they not
Why they got
communicate?
married?
Yeah. Did they not
That's
communicate
really
this
big.
situation at all before they got married?
I want to apologize in
So she became a
advance
citizen?
to this person because, like, if this was a boyfriend-girlfriend question, different scenario. But because this is your wife,
Ross and
you
Emily.
had Ross and Emily from Friends.
Yes!
Yes. You thought about this in advance. I mean, you decided to get married, to make a vow to marry someone, and then all of a sudden you decide you don't know where you guys are gonna live.
Sickness and health.
That's something
You
you
do
should
sickness and
Not
health,
the USA,
this-
but
but
the
not
UK.
across the pond, right?
This is something that should have been discussed way
Absolutely.
before.
Way.
Absolutely.
Marriage.
Something tells me 100%
And-
this was a fast marriage.
Yeah.
But
Like you met each other within a month or so.
I wonder if it also has to do like with work. Like let's say, oh no wait, it had a, you said visa?
Yeah, something to do with
She
it.
needs-
all these
she
things
needs
her
a
paper-
K1
her papers.
visa.
Oh, okay,
And
never
it
mind.
doesn't take a year.
Oh, okay.
It takes
Yeah.
a really,
So it's like,
really
what
long
if like
process.
they met through work and it was
We've
like
been trying to-
international and
Yeah, we've been trying to last year to get her papers
oh
to come here, but out of nowhere, she decides that maybe I should just move out there. And
So-
he's like, I don't want to move out there. Why don't you come here? So they're both like indecisive about
I mean,
moving
that was
to
the
each
whole
other's.
point.
So
of her
Yeah.
doing it.
so they've already had discussions that they had already agreed upon that she was going to move out there. And
I guess so, and then I guess she decided to
Well,
change
this-
her mind.
That's tricky.
that's a tricky because if this was something that was already agreed upon, I don't know. It's, I mean, this situation. This is both. This is on both of them. That
I think communication is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
this is a breakdown in communication that just they should have talked about this more. It sounds like.
Is this someone? Is this like a scenario, or is this someone?
This is a scenario. Well,
Okay.
this is a real thing, but it's
It's a real
it's a
thing?
real thing.
How old are they too? That's the thing too.
Shit.
So that's again,
Next
that's another
time-
question that we need to know.
Either way, it's a
Let's say
marriage.
somewhere in the where in the
UK.
U.S. and the U.K.
Yeah,
Yes.
like but where though?
That's random.
Like does it
Doesn't
say
say
like
where.
New York?
In the
Doesn't say
UK?
where.
So-
Like I wonder if they can be like, oh,
Canada.
if I go to New York and you're here, it could be like a 4-hour flight. It could be.
Why are you trying to stay in the U.S., dude?
For real.
Yeah, maybe you should leave
Yeah.
with all the
But-
healthcare and all the craziness. What if Trump becomes president
But then
again? I
again,
don't
yeah,
know. Anyways.
it's kind of I mean, so he expects her to move, but he refuses to move.
Mhm.
I mean, on the one hand, again, this is a
But
breakdown.
who's
of
providing
communication.
for who? Like, what if
Well, I
he's
mean,
providing
Are they
everything?
providing for each other? Well, I mean, if they're
Like, if he's like, oh, I got you, come and move out here, I'm gonna
Ooh,
provide for
who
you.
makes the most?
Not makes the most, but like, okay, if they're on equal terms, it's like, all right, well. But like, if he's like, I'm gonna provide a whole life for you here, then it's like, okay. But
I personally like to travel, so I want someone that's very open to doing those type of things. And maybe I would want someone that's like, all right, cool, let's try it out. But again, it's like, how is your job? Can you do your job remote from another country?
those are some questions.
And maybe like a good, like if it is, you can definitely go somewhere and try it out for a bit. But like I'm not gonna leave here.
But that's what I mean. Like,
I have
well, if
Julie.
you're in New York and they're in the UK, it could be a good 4-hour flight. You
Yeah,
can make
it's
it
not that
kind of
bad.
work.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
But if you're out
Manageable.
here in California and then you're trying to go over there,
Communication. That's
yeah,
that's
that's
the
that
thing.
shit needs to be hashed
so
out from
but
like
it should
the
have
beginning.
absolutely.
Like,
And know
that's
that
weird.
that you know, divorce is a thing and it happens amongst a lot of people.
Yeah.
So it sucks.
Damn,
Good
it
luck.
is.
Sucks for you, girl. Next.
Next.
Talk to
Okay, I think that was it for the scenarios. But all sexist question: why is our generation and younger less likely to get married? in this generation? Why is younger generation less likely to get married?
I think they see it.
It's just not valued as much as it used to be.
Yeah, it's not.
Well,
Like before, it's like
why?
you get married, you have kids, you could buy a house, all that shit, bam, bam, bam. But nowadays, like a lot of that shit is impossible. There's a lot of temptations out there. There's a lot of things that people want to do, and like if you get married, you feel like you're getting held back, or you can't do the things that you want to do. You know, and there's a lot of temptations. Again, like there's a lot of things out there that steer people in the wrong direction and shit like that. And it's just, yeah.
Also finance.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
And financial money. And money
Finance
too.
is the big thing.
Yeah.
I mean, finance I think is the big thing
Yeah.
because with how shit is right now, it's just hard to do anything.
Yeah.
Bro, we live in the Bay. That's why you're saying that.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's facts.
Yeah.
Go to
Living in the
Texas.
Bay.
No,
I
Texas.
ain't
Everyone's married in Texas.
Texas,
Yeah.
no
Some
Texas.
Oh, okay. Well,
We look at my question.
okay. Well, on this topic, so I knew people that I knew would have never thought would have gone towards marriage, and now they're engaged. And I'm like, wow. I don't know if this is on the same topic, is it?
Go for it.
I forgot the topic, so keep
Well,
going.
yeah.
I guess the topic was
It's
I don't know. I
what?
think
with-
some people
it's with our
people can
generation.
change. I don't know, but it's just.
It's just the people like
I don't know. I think nowadays just marriage just isn't like optimal.
Valued?
It isn't like
The
optimal
goal?
for people. Like
For
yeah,
a-
for a lot of people. For
people?
a lot of people.
Well, I
I
mean,
don't know.
it's also the younger generation. They're not
Yeah.
there yet. If we're talking about the younger generation. We are 35, so for us, the younger generation, is
And
like people
I
in
feel
their
like nowadays
20s.
But
people
even in our generation, no one's getting married.
people are always looking for the next best thing. Like
Yeah,
everyone's like,
yeah.
oh, what are you gonna? What do you have to offer? It's just-
Oh boy.
1, 2, 3.
oh, and then you know what fucked it up too?
What?
Social media too, because social media, like, no disrespect, but like a lot of females are like that just because they look good, they flaunt themselves out there like they're the fucking like they deserve the world and shit, like they're the like hottest thing out there, and they're just looking for like somebody to like somebody take care of them, and just I don't know, it's just
Ooh.
social media has fucked it up too, because
No,
everyone's
I feel
also
like
looking.
If girls want that, let them get that. Just you as a guy, don't look for that.
No,
Look
but
for
guys
someone
do that. That's what I'm saying. Like
Look
that's what
for
people
someone
do.
that has your same ideals. Like
Yeah.
I don't understand why guys always bash on girls that want that when it's their lifestyle. Like
Yeah,
Yeah.
like you
Right.
do you. You date
Preference.
who you want to do.
Yeah.
Let them do.
but
what
people
they
don't
want to do.
though. That's what people are always looking for the next best thing.
The
Yeah,
guys
it's the
that go
temptation
for those
factor
girls,
that
That's
that
weak.
comes.
That's being weak-minded.
They don't. And you're looking for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But back then, in like in the 70s, 80s, our parents they didn't have no temptation. They didn't have no cell phones. They just call each other on a regular phone. Now there's so much
That's a
temptation
lie.
out there.
Let me
That's
tell
a
you
lie.
So much
something.
It's called,
temptation
it's
on
called
there.
secret families.
None.
bro.
None.
Have you heard of that?
And
Like-
since the beginning
Sorry
of
to put
time,
us
there's
on
always
blast,
been
but girl.
temptation.
Yeah, but it's always elevated to a next level, and it's gonna continue to elevate like
Yeah.
to different
Because
levels.
sex
Yeah,
sells.
yeah,
That-
exactly. Yeah,
That's always been the media. People
No, yeah,
sell
yeah.
it to you. But the point is, you as a man, if you don't want that, don't look for it.
No,
Look
yeah.
for-
And
look
there's some
for what
people
you want.
who have that, like people right here next to me who have that and who don't look for that and who have a good marriage, and a lot of people nowadays don't. And there's a lot of failed marriages and shit. And it's gonna continue to trend that way.
But I'm sure they
Yeah.
both equally work on it.
No,
I don't want to stress it, but
yeah,
you guys,
yeah.
you guys
Yeah.
are like
Role models.
this.
Oh,
We are a village
shit.
supporting this relationship.
Oh my god.
You know?
There's a whole group there.
It's like anyone trying to get in, bitch.
Bitch.
Right?
Oh.
Alex can't go nowhere because I'm already like.
Oh, and then on another note too, there's a lot of people who grow up in a lot of broken households, a lot more than back in the day, and so that trend continues
Oh,
to
absolutely.
go on.
Yeah, because back in the day,
Yeah.
the men be fucking around. So they grow up in
broken
families.
families.
What do you mean back in
And
the day?
it's a cycle.
Well, oh yeah, but I mean yeah, but I mean more now,
Yeah.
more it's yeah, it's just that trend just continues. It's sad.
Again,
So
therapy.
Yeah.
we all need therapy.
Yeah.
We all do
Yes.
in some
We're all
way.
for fucking help.
Yes.
All right. Here's a good one. How many dates would you consider exclusive?
How many dates?
How many dates before you consider yourselves exclusive?
There you go. That's
Yeah.
that.
You're in an exclusive relationship now.
I don't think
We're
there's
the
a
couple.
number. I think
Yeah,
it's
I don't think there's a.
There's not a number.
It depends.
There's
from
no number?
people to people. No, I don't
So
think
it's
so.
gonna be like on the second date, all of a sudden we're both
Okay,
like
that's a
girlfriend?
little that's extreme. That's extreme.
So there.
I mean, there is a number, but it's like
I think if you guys are both on the same page,
Yeah.
you
Okay.
guys communicate like, hey,
Some people
I mean,
communicate that from the
It could. I mean,
that's
very
true.
beginning.
That's true.
theoretically, yeah, it could be possible that from the first couple dates, you guys are on the same page. You guys know, so it could happen right away. They know, hey,
Yeah.
You guys.
I like.
Maybe
I
it's
like
been
her,
maybe
I
it's
like
been
him.
brewing for a long time, and then it got a little
Yeah.
serious, and then bam, now you guys both know what you want. It could go,
Or
yeah.
it depends on the person. Maybe they specifically want to date exclusively, like from the beginning, but that doesn't mean like you guys have to get married. You
No,
guys are
it's
just
honest.
dating.
Oh yeah, it's just dating.
You know,
both
you
ways.
guys are dating. If
You
it
now
doesn't
put a
work out,
title on it.
Yeah. It's just being
It
exclusive.
just depends. Yeah. Bottom line, it just depends.
How long into a relationship would you propose or accept a proposal?
That's
Well, those are both different
Ooh.
and good at the same time. Would you accept? Because that's something girls hear.
Mm-hmm.
I want to hear that one actually.
I'm
wanna
curious.
I wanna hear
I'm
the
just
accept
curious
part.
over
Just
here.
say no. I'm just kidding.
Don't you surprise us with a fucking ring all of a sudden?
And
Yeah,
I
I
will fucking accept. No, I'm just kidding.
I want to hear the girls' point.
I feel like if it feels right. I
Okay.
don't think I give it the timing. It's more like, are we on the same page when it comes to our lifestyles? Do we fight? Like, do we not? I don't.
How do you?
What?
Like exactly
Or
like.
how do you fight?
Yeah, like how
that's
do
a
we
good one.
fight?
Because like
Yes.
technically, like for me, like it could feel right. Like say you're in that stage, right? That
Right.
lovey-dovey stage within a year,
The
and then you're
honeymoon
like
phase.
the honeymoon phase, and you're just,
Right.
everything's going good. You guys argue well. You guys come to terms well. Everything's great.
Mhm.
And say he proposes, and you're like, you feel great, but then you
Right.
really don't know. You guys really haven't been battle tested and really
Well,
gone
that's
through
the
that.
whole
So
point.
like, do you give in and say yes, or do you be like, or are you able to peel back and be like, you know what, this isn't right?
No, I would
Yeah.
still say yes, just because like you guys are doing good.
But even in those like kind of like premature phases,
Right.
So
Well, I mean,
But
I think,
tough,
hold
that's
on,
tough.
you could still break off an engagement.
In
yeah, that's
sickness
true.
and in health.
That's true. That's true.
I mean, in sickness and in health,
Yes.
you're making that
Yeah.
commitment.
Like yes, like
but it's also kind of premature because if you really haven't gone through, because like you,
What do you?
I've been
What
through
you
phases-
what are you waiting
your
for
whole
though?
life.
But,
for
like-
you personally, like what?
right,
the main thing I said is like battle tested because like a lot of times in those early relationships like everything's really good and there's not a lot of
Mhm.
perseverance that you go through in a relationship, but it's really in those later years that you really start to you go through struggles and you kind of you learn to grow through them and you work through them
I would
and that makes
hope-
you stronger as a couple, and that's really where you find out like, okay, I want to be with this person because we know we
Right.
can grow.
But wouldn't
So-
you want to grow together?
No,
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. You grow
exactly.
together, but then
Like-
locking yourself up
Oh.
early, you're kind of like you're not able to like if you really later on see that this person's they're not really the person I thought they were, and I don't know if I
You
want to be with them,
fall
but you're
off.
already locking yourself with them.
I need
You
communication.
know, like-
I
Yeah,
need
absolutely.
pure
You know what I'm
honesty.
saying?
I think you should
Yeah.
know someone well enough
Yeah.
before you decide.
So
On that big old
I've
jump.
always been told that you're never gonna get to know the
Yeah.
person you marry, no
That
matter how
too.
many years, because you guys always change. Like it's
You
like every
evolve.
10
There's
years,
different phases.
you
of
become
Yeah.
different
Yeah.
people.
too. So
I mean,
But
it's-
I don't know. Like I feel like me personally, I've always dealt with commitment issues. So I feel like I would always be scared of the like committing, and then it's like, oh, what if it doesn't work out? You know,
Mm.
it's always that fear in the back of my head.
but what if it does?
But I never see it. So I don't know. I feel like it would have to be. It wouldn't have to be so much of like, oh, is this all feeling good? It would be more like, do I feel safe? Do I feel like both of us are financially okay? Do I
Yeah.
feel like we're both mentally okay? Because mental health is important. Do we both see the same future? Like, do we want the same things, like children, or do we both have the same ambitions? Like, kind of like, you know, do we want to grow together? I feel like that would be more of like, okay, maybe I'll consider
Yeah.
taking the next step, but I wouldn't do it based on like feelings.
Yeah.
But that's just me because of my.
Yeah.
Feelings will
Yeah.
change.
Yeah.
No way.
It's,
really
it's
do.
definitely no longer a time
Absolutely.
thing. By year 2, I think I wanted to definitely see myself marrying her. But then again, we haven't really been battle tested at that point yet. We eventually did, but during the time we were always doing like throwing like little jokes like, oh, what would name our first kid? You know, what would we do if we got married? That type of thing. You know, like we would throw little fun little scenarios and actually really think about it. But nothing was official until when our Uncle David had passed away, and at that point it was more of like I'm still living at home with my parents. I'm like I can't really financially support her at this moment, but I'm like that's my person. I want to marry her, and this is the 7th year at this point, and my uncle had just passed away, and it's like, you know what, the whole life is too short thing. It's just like I want to make sure I let her know that this is my person. She is my my whole world, and so it's like that's where I decided to propose.
And that's sweet.
Yeah,
that's
and so it's like eventually we did have to make a sacrifice. Like we still live with my parents for another year and a half. You had the COVID thing, and so we definitely stayed there another year after that. But it's just like we knew. I knew by like year 2 I definitely wanted to marry her, but like by that point we were still in the whole lovey-dovey phase. But we haven't really been battle tested. By year 4 for sure, she was my one.
I also think that I was actually talking to Maria about this last night, my sister, how I knew that you guys had a real thing going when I was asking Ruby about their relationship and what they were covering in their church. What do you call them?
Premarital counseling.
Yes, premarital counseling. And when I was asking her questions about it, the way that she was talking about it, and I'm like, no, this girl was actually listening in these classes. But
taking notes and shit.
Yeah. She was like,
I think I saw the window.
the way that she described it, I'm like, wow, they're really teaching her something, because we didn't learn that. I mean, I see your guys' parents and they're still married, but we didn't have that. We had a very dysfunctional relationship with our parents, and seeing them. So the fact that I saw that, I'm like, oh shit, like she's doing this the right way. And I think they're doing the work, and I think it's like, okay, you might not know them fully, like you might not know that they're going to what kind of fights they're gonna have, but the fact that they talk about it, because let me tell you, since they've been married, they've gone through some very tough shit. I see Julian, and I see how much time and effort it takes into building this precious person, and they're doing a great job. But again, you guys, it takes a motherfucking village.
Yeah,
it takes a village, and that's why I'm like, yes, we're gonna take care of him while they go out and they do something for themselves. They're gonna go celebrate their marriage, and I'm gonna take care of that baby. I already got gifts for him. I tell you, I got a camel. He doesn't have a camel, huh?
He does.
Oh, he does? God damn it. He's got a snake and shit.
But it falls, so we better
okay, so I'm gonna try each one. But that's the thing. Again, it's like, it's a fuck. Like, and dude, my mama is all about, like, supporting them and making sure that we help them succeed. It's a battle, though. And I mean, I've heard their dumbass fights. She's like, I forgot the purse argument.
Oh god,
dude, that's like the worst thing that I've heard. Like, where you forgot your purse at somebody's house and then you had to go get it at the club. And I'm like, and Alex is like, that was a really tough fight. And I was like, because she forgot a purse.
I forgot about it.
I was like, Alex, be quiet.
It started from a little thing and turned into a
when I heard thing. That, I'm like, they're gonna be okay. And then them arguing over sprinkles, I was like, they're gonna be okay.
Oh, I think I tried to call somebody that night. I feel like
you told me. I remember you told me the sprinkles fight.
I feel like that purse fight. I think I was trying to call somebody and I realized I was using the fucking calculator.
Oh my god! But I mean, obviously we've had our own fights where it's like, but the therapy you brought up. I mean, I'll bring it up here. There was a couple that we met through the church call. The church had us go through.
It was a prerequisite. Like, we had to go.
It was a prerequisite.
Well,
but
because we wanted to get married through church, so that was like, you had to take these courses.
And I love that. I love it.
And I was okay with it.
We actually learned something. It wasn't until like years later you learned something. But like, there's a couple named Ding and Diane.
Yeah. Have you guys talked to them?
No. Unfortunately, we haven't.
Send a picture of Julian, you guys. Yeah.
But anyways, they brought up a scenario in their relationship that actually still stuck with me to this day. Is that there was one point where they were fighting over something, and they didn't talk to each other for like 3 days. And, you know, they were like, at the point, you know, they see each other in the kitchen, they pass by each other, that type of thing. And then at the end, he realizes, like, you know what, I lost 3 days with my wife.
Yeah.
At the end, eventually they did,
so
they talked about it, whatever. But that scenario still happens with us. Sometimes we had arguments where it's just like, we don't really talk about it. We just talk about everything. Oh, how's Julian doing? How's, what's going on in this class? But we don't really talk about the issue that came up that started that argument that we never talked about. And in the end, we end up losing 3 days or how many days before we actually decide to talk about it. So that is a real thing that, like, all of a sudden that comes back to us like, fuck, I lost those days with my wife because I didn't really communicate with that shit.
But it's like...
And it's a real thing. I was like, holy shit.
There was this IG video where this girl is like, imagine having the worst day of your fucking life. And she goes on and describes every fucked up shit that could have happened that day. And all of a sudden you hear... Mommy? And it's like, you know, right? And it's like, right when you think shit couldn't get any worse, it's like,
you gotta kick in the gear.
Yes, I gotta put all my shit aside and be a mother. And it's like, dude, there's only how many rooms in this place? You guys still have to take care of this person. And it's like, a lot of times they tell you, okay, take a break, take a breather, and walk away. Where the fuck are you gonna walk away? You gotta take care of this child.
Go to the bathroom.
Yeah, go to the bathroom and, like, you know, like, don't talk to me. And I'm gonna bring this back to Sex and the City, when Carrie and then the first guy that she was with, she's like, when I get home, don't talk to me.
Aiden.
You know, like, don't talk to me for like 1 or 2 hours. Don't talk to me. Just let me do my thing. And it's like, when I get home, sometimes my mom will be like, Jessica, and I'm like, you don't know what day I just had. Don't talk to me. Sit in your car for 15 minutes, you know? And it's like even saying, hey, how are you? The fact that I have to get home and I have to fake a smile to everyone. I was like, I've been doing this for 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours.
I feel that.
But it's hard. I understand that it's hard. It's like you guys are walking back and forth, but you also have to act like nothing's wrong in front of your child.
Oh.
Well, no, I mean, I think it's important to have, like, arguments in front of your child as well. That's something we learned, like, for them to understand that, they're talking after this. Okay, it's okay to fight and then rekindle.
And he feels the tension because sometimes he'll be like, "Mom," and it's like he feels it. He feels.
Did you like Tina? Does he ever see, like, you know how, like,
we would know our parents.
We were in an argument. We'd be upstairs and we see our dog. He'd come up to our room and he'd be like panicking and be like, "Oh fuck, mom and dad are arguing."
I remember
he felt like that.
When I lived there with Tina, would automatically, like, he'd run to me and then it's just like his little.
Yeah, and that's how you knew there was an argument. Like, oh shit, my parents are arguing.
What's going on?
Your dog picked up on that?
Oh yeah.
He would go upstairs.
He would go upstairs.
He start pacing, and we're like, oh shit.
Yeah, it's like it's dangerous down there.
Like, don't go down there. It's not safe.
Yeah.
So did we answer the question?
Oh shit.
I think
Dude, it wasn't about like proposing.
Yeah. Holy shit. Sorry, we segued all the way. Yeah, Jessica has a way of segueing to a whole different subject.
Yeah.
Damn, Jessica.
Okay, this is the other question was, how many dates would you consider? No. How long into a relationship would you propose?
Oh my god.
Propose?
Yeah, that was the original question before you made a segue to something.
My bad, you guys. Sorry.
All right.
I, as women, would never propose to a man.
So for me, if I had a perfect number, it would be like after 2 years.
After 2 years.
After 2 years, because first year is like the honeymoon and phase, not honeymoon phase, but like the lovey-dovey phase. So you don't really, everything's kind of blurred because you don't see everything. And then that next year is really go through some shit, and then you really learn each other, and then you make it through that year. Then okay,
you're golden.
Yeah.
How many years together without a proposal until you walk away?
Oh, that's a good one too. That's a good one.
Yeah.
I would say it depends how old you are too. Because if you're young, because if
Exactly.
like say if you're like in your young 20s, I've seen people go 5, 7, 8 years. But if you're in your older 30s, you ain't going 8 years like that. And you want marriage, and you're like in your mid 30s, you you're not waiting that long. So I guess it changes.
Girl, you better like say
Yeah.
something because it's
Yeah.
like I'm not gonna be waiting around.
It should be
That
voiced.
was
It should be
me.
voiced.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
That was
girl.
me.
Yeah. And I'm
No, I was too young. I still.
and I'm
don't
glad
want
that you like you said.
Well, no,
Because I
I was
think
with this person for 7 years.
Damn.
Well, when you're in your 20s or recently?
Late 20s.
Okay.
So like late 20s into my early 30s.
Mm.
See, I was with someone for 7 years, but it was all we started dating at I was 19 and then we broke up when I was 27 and I never once was like, I'm ready to marry you.
Oh, really?
So like,
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. My
Is that how you? Oh, never mind. It's 2%.
no, yeah,
Yeah.
I just didn't see it happening. So that's what I'm saying. How long?
Yeah.
Well, there's a difference though because
It
I
depends
did,
on the
though.
age. Yeah.
And now that I'm like 30, I'm like, okay, maybe I should 7 years to start thinking
Well,
about
duh.
what I want.
Yeah.
The fuck?
But like I said, like we were joking sometimes thinking about kid names and
Yeah,
where
we
we would
joked
marry.
around
Like we
too,
were,
but it
oh,
still wasn't-
really? Oh man, damn.
It don't matter.
Sorry, less.
What about like
Maybe
to
too
go
long.
off on that? What about like when you propose? How long can the engagement go? Like you see some
Oh,
people's
it's-
engagement go like 5 years. Is that
I
like
think
oh,
it's too long.
like what's like the
No.
longest you could go
A
with an
year.
engagement? A year?
Because it
I
takes
think-
a year to plan,
I
right?
no, I think maybe a year and a half
think
to
two.
2 years.
Up to
2 years,
Yes.
I think
I'll
is a
take a
good
3
yes.
max.
I feel like if
Three
you
max.
get
Three
engaged,
max.
2.5.
to plan the wedding,
2.5.
Yeah.
right?
Well, if you're getting married, 2.5 years. Well, to
Depend-
save enough up for it.
Depends on the type. Yeah, depends
Yeah.
on
How
the
big of a
type of
wedding?
Exactly the
wedding.
type of wedding you
Where-
want.
Yeah.
But like you start planning the wedding when you get engaged, and then however long that takes.
Yeah. I would say if 3 years max. I think that's like the max. If it goes more than that, then that means you ain't really serious about it, like at all. Like if you're trying to throw like a big wedding, like you said, like that could take some
Oh,
time,
for
money.
Mhm.
Okay, but if it goes longer
School
than
is
that,
probably
yeah,
in the
who
middle of
knows,
it,
school,
too.
whatever, financial factors. But if it goes longer than that, then it's like then you're not
As
really.
long
As
you're on
long
the
as
same
there's
page.
planning done,
Yeah.
That's true.
and not just like
Like
the
steps.
title.
You put down deposits. You
Yeah.
know, that's when.
Like
it's real.
there's steps being taken towards the marriage, and not just like, oh, we're just engaged because we've been together this long.
Yeah, because I know people who are.
Or just
I know
just
friends.
Or just
I know
to make
people.
You feel better.
I know
too.
people who have gotten engaged just to
shut-up
make
ring?
their girl.
Yes.
What'd you say?
A shut up ring.
Yes,
Yes.
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 I know people
I've
who've
seen
done
it.
that. And yeah,
Wait,
wow,
wow,
what?
That's just me,
Like a shut up ring,
shut
like
up
here,
ring,
like
yes.
I'm gonna get you engaged so you can shut up, and not in the sense, but in a sense, kind of, you know, but like to like make them shut up so like they can stop bugging about it, and then they're
I've
engaged for
never
hell.
heard
Never
of
heard
that.
of
What?
I never heard of that either, but that makes sense.
You
I've
never
never
heard of that?
either,
I've heard
but
of
yeah, I
a
could
push
see
present,
some
but
people.
not that shit.
I've seen that.
I've heard of a promise ring, but that's a whole new
No,
term.
no, I've
That's a
Maybe a
promise ring
promise
is something
ring.
different.
Maybe a
No,
promise
no,
ring.
promise
It's
ring
like,
is
okay, it's like someone
Yeah.
you've been with like forever,
And they start nagging at
and
you.
start
Oh,
nagging at
shit.
you, and just to shut them up because you still want to keep them around. Then that's why you propose.
But then there's no effort.
But there's
towards
no
them.
exactly like you're just.
Mm-hmm.
Don't say.
All right, are you putting pause?
I don't
or
know.
what?
Pause.
No. I'll keep going
Oh.
because this is a controversial topic.
Okay.
Oh shit.
It's from Jess.
Oh, it's on the orange sheet.
So what is a woman's role?
Oh God.
That's fucked up.
What does that even mean?
Have fun.
That's kind of
Be
vague.
careful.
I mean,
Tread lightly with this
Vague.
question.
Wait,
I think there was
What does that
already
even mean,
the
though?
What do you
maternal
mean? What's
role.
a woman's
Be very
role?
careful how you answer, Benny.
Mira, this is
I'm not even gonna. I don't know
We
what that
can-
means.
We can be attacked right
Well,
now.
you can't answer it. You're not a woman.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I can't answer. I don't know what the question is.
Was that directed towards men or?
that was. I think it was directed towards towards both.
Like to
what do
be
you
submissive
think?
or not?
I think that's what he was trying to say. Like I think it's more of like is it old fashioned roles? Is it new roles? I mean I think that question has more sub
I
questions.
think it's personal.
I just don't think there's any set standard like you're a woman, you need to do this, and you're a man.
Well,
You,
that's
I
our-
don't think. I don't.
well,
look
that's
at
our
it like
generation
that.
now,
Yeah.
though.
I
And
don't
maybe
look
it
like
depends
that.
like how you grew up in the household too. Like were you
That's our
super
generation
super
now.
religious? Maybe those are set standards that some
Oh,
guys
yeah.
want or women
Yeah,
Maybe.
how you
want.
grew up in your
Same thing like
household,
for
too.
some girls want a certain standard and some guys want a certain standard as well, perhaps. In that case,
Yeah.
like
I just hate the guys that like who are very like, oh no, she's the woman and she has to submit to me in this way and
that's-
this and that. I don't
If
like
he's
people
a
who talk
good
like
man,
that.
she would.
But I don't like people who demand it like that.
Yeah,
like
that's-
if she
that's-
does it naturally, that's
like,
fine.
like
but-
they feel entitled to.
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
That
I don't
shit's
like
annoying.
that.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Rude.
Like,
Yes.
So
What else? What's
don't
the-
put
I think
an
there's a
end-
healthy balance to that.
Yeah, it's,
Yeah.
You
that's,
know?
I mean, I think some people actually want that.
No, a lot of people. Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they do. They want that very type of submissive relationship, but again, it's a preference. Some women do want to wake up at 4 a.m. to do that lonche for their man.
Yeah, I'm all over IG too. I see people doing that,
Right.
prepping my,
Yeah.
my man for the morning the next
Yeah,
day.
yeah. I mean,
Like,
it's a preference. Some
It's a
girls like to do it. Some
preference,
don't. Bro, I wake up at like 7 or 8 in the morning. Don't be expecting me to do shit for you. maybe I'll buy like a factor meal or like one of those.
Well, do you feel like that
pre-made
because like obviously like he's working and you're working too?
Yeah.
So because you're both working, you can't
Yeah.
take care of him, like, you know.
I'm looking for a
That's what I'm saying.
partnership. I'm looking for a
Exactly.
partnership because I really think that I am an equal, and of course I am fighting that battle in the corporate world to get the same pay.
Absolutely.
But I am doing as much as he is, and I expect that much respect. I had a guy asking me that the other day, like, okay, do you expect the guy to pay? And I was like, no. And I was like, at any point do you expect? I was like, no, absolutely not. At no point in the relationship do I expect him to pay. Maybe in the back of my head, it's like, I kind of want him to pay, but it's like, no, my mama taught me that, like, if you're gonna go out to eat, it's because you fucking have money.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, I like this.
yeah.
I think it goes back to date what you want. Like, if you want to date a man who pays, date a man who pays. Like, there's
Yeah.
guys that don't want to do that, so don't date them. Date guys that do want to do that.
I also knew a dude
You
who
know?
I was like, let me pay. And he's like, you are never fucking going to pay when you are with me. I don't do that shit. My mama didn't teach me that. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh,
Thank
thank
God.
God, thank
Why
God
don't
to
you-
your mama.
Why is she married to this guy?
yeah. He was because he wanted to fucking get married already. And I was like, bro, my daddy just started. I'm going through a lot. While he's already trying to like wife up the first person you see.
Oh.
But yeah, other than that, I wouldn't marry him.
That's what I'm saying. Date
Could
what
have
you
been
want.
alone.
I find the good ones
I find the
for
cool.
other people.
Let's see. Do you want to read that second one? Because I can't read
Sure,
this
let me see.
chicken scratch.
All right, stop that.
Okay.
Thoughts on a man being the main provider? I mean,
Yeah, that's fun.
Again,
I wouldn't mind the woman being the man. Whatever works.
stop
Like
that.
whoever's making more. What?
whoever's making more.
Yeah, like if
So whoever's making more has to be the main provider.
no, like say like
Oh.
okay, like
Whoever's
oh, I
willing.
mean like whoever, like say if I meant like if like you like someone has a kid, right?
Uh-huh.
Someone has to stay home with the kid. Whoever makes more, okay, well you be the breadwinner and I'll kick back. I'll be home with the child and raise the child, or vice versa, whatever.
I mean, raising a child is hard,
Yeah.
and
No, I know. It's,
I mean, I was raised by
Yeah.
a mama,
yeah.
but now seeing, like I feel like we're all helping raise this child, and I'm like, God damn, it's hard.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying like for me,
Mhm.
like as a man, like I don't have that pride factor. I would put that pride aside. Like say if she was making like a ton more than me, I'd be like, well, shoot, like it makes financially sense for you to continue with your job and I'll stay home with the child.
Oh.
Well, if I needed to,
to
if I
ask
needed
that.
to stay, yeah. Well, you know what I'm saying. Like, yeah, like if I needed to, like I don't mind
Okay.
taking a seat back like that.
So you'd be a stay-at-home dad or
Okay.
I would.
husband.
Should a woman prioritize career or family?
Depends on what stage in your life you are. Like if you're single, then by all means.
Oh yeah,
I
working
mean,
on your career. Single.
I'm in a stage in my career where give me 2 to 3 more years, and I am gonna be able to go to the next stage where it's maybe like $40,000 more or something like
Oh
that.
yeah.
So I really think that this is something that could benefit me, but it's gonna mean long nights, a lot of worth and effort, and a lot of like, not sleepless nights, but like, hey man, I won't be able to hang out this weekend and stuff like that. But again, if I end up having a baby, fuck that.
Peace.
Because when I have a child, I do want to be able to be with this child until they go to school, because those first fucking 4 or 5 years I
Yeah.
didn't think were important. But I mean, again, looking at my baby Julian, yes, they're very important.
Yeah.
Research's been done and it's just been put.
Oh yeah.
What makes a man high volume?
That's a very
What,
High volume.
like, I mean, let's put it this way. Like, what makes him?
A big.
A big.
wait,
Going back to
ego?
Sex and the City.
Besides
You talking about
money,
No.
What are we talking about?
Like,
Yeah, I mean, okay. Do you want a blue or a white collar dude?
that don't matter.
Mm.
As long as he's a good person.
Yeah, long. Yeah,
I
good
mean,
person.
do you like fancy things?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
Again, if you did like fancy things,
Exactly.
date a man.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Shoot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. What are your thoughts on the idea that a man should control the finances in a relationship?
Control the finances?
Control the finances.
I want him to be clear. I want to be able to see those
Good credit.
Excel files.
You're not in debt.
You need proof. Yeah.
But are you okay with the man controlling the finances like that?
As long as I'm able to buy what I want.
But in control of you too, like the finances?
Yes.
I don't know about that.
Not necessarily like buy whatever I want, but like yes, can we afford
Or,
groceries
I mean,
and
I
our
guess
bills?
that's not
and
saying that. Yeah, I mean,
you better be
control the-
fucking
No,
rich.
you're speaking of language.
necessities in life.
You better be rich if you want me to do that. You better be fucking rich,
Feel safe. with them, I
wealthy,
guess.
Yeah.
wealthy. You better
Yeah.
be wealthy.
yeah.
Like
Oh,
you don't have to
I'm
worry
secured.
about anything. Like
And
yeah,
that's not gonna happen.
take
So
them.
I can sleep at night.
Oh, you can sleep at night. Sleep in a home.
Yeah, but then imagine one day you wake up and it's like you guys are going bankrupt. 'cause he did
Exactly.
Some shady shit.
Yeah.
And then like your life is just.
And he had no idea. Fuck that.
Yeah.
You just kept in the dark. Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
No, I think it should be equally like.
That's irresponsible. Irresponsible. I feel like. I think both should be able to like
Oh yeah.
have.
So in our scenario, obviously, like Stephanie takes care of JJ, and that was her choice, and especially due to COVID and all this other stuff.
if
like
you
we
don't want to stay
decided-
home anymore, I'll stay home.
Yeah. And so I took over the finances because I obviously wanted to make some money. But every time I make a decision, like, hey, I'm gonna put this much money down on the credit card for this month or something like that, I share it with her before I do it. So it's always a shared process. Like, and like I made a spreadsheet and everything. Like, hey, here's how much we're making for the credit card payment, all these other payments. Here's how much we can spend for the groceries. We make enough. We're like, if we were living somewhere else, we would be rich. But because we live in the Bay Area, we're okay.
Sacrifices.
Yeah, we're
There's
making
sacrifices to
sacrifices,
be done,
but we're okay. But it's like we can't go on that great expensive vacation
Yeah.
to Hawaii or something like that. We can't do that, unfortunately. But
Yeah.
like
You
not
have to
yet,
limit
not yet.
yourself.
Go fund me.
Go fund me for vacations for guys. Yeah.
Fuck it.
But yeah, no, we do make sense. But we always share like what we're doing. Like yes, majority of the money is mine, but I share with her regardless. Like it is
What do you
our
mean
money.
it's yours?
Well, I mean, like
I was like, hey, you better hold on there, partner.
Clarify, honey.
I meant.
Nada.
I go to work.
You mean
I
you
make
make?
money.
You mean them
But
that
I
you make?
share. I
but you-
share
Yeah.
what we spend it on. Yeah.
You better watch yourself, boy.
You recorded.
We gonna talk about this after.
Oh no.
I think that's a healthy marriage. Where-
That's a healthy marriage.
Yeah, because that shows that you respect your wife
Mhm.
enough
Absolutely.
Of her job.
to. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Put in the work for yourself.
Mm,
And respect
Okay.
one another.
so I forgot.
Wow.
Mid.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Okay.
Got shots kicking in.
Tell me about this. So
Hey.
I had a friend who we were really cool with each other, and I had a Snapchat streak. You guys know what that is?
Yes.
Yeah.
What is that?
So you pretty much have to share a picture through Snapchat before 24 hours are done.
Mm-hmm.
And so sometimes it's easier for me if I do take a picture. So I had about like 4 Snapchat streaks going, and some of them I've had over a year. And I'm trying to get to like 3 years. Fuck that shit, you know? And so I would share pictures. So I'll take a picture in the morning as I'm driving to work. Mine are going to work and playing a song or whatever, you know?
Nice.
Flora, my friend, she will put like whatever the fuck she's eating, or if she's at the gym. Very random ass shit. So I had a friend who I would share stuff with, And the same thing that I would share with everyone, I'd share with him. Nothing different. And one morning, I got a fucking text saying, Jess, I think we need to stop, like, sharing because she doesn't like that I'm getting these texts. And I'm like, the way he was saying it, it's like,
What?
she was, so he's married. He's married. But he is the one, he's such a cool guy. And the reason why I'm actually bringing this up here is because he listens. He listens to the snap to the podcast, and he's been a very loyal podcast listener. And so, hey
loyal fan.
Hey, I miss our conversations. And when that did happen, I was so fucking surprised that he even said that to me. I was like, I am so sorry. I would never do anything like that. The pictures that I'm sharing with you, I'm also sharing with my other friends. And I took a screenshot of the Snapchat streaks that I have, and I said, it's so easy to take a picture and just go share.
Right.
Send it out because you keep that Snapchat streak going. And so I told him, this is nothing different that I'm sharing with anybody else. And I'm really sorry that this is what's happening. But I respect the relationship that you have with your wife. I think this is probably like his third fucking marriage.
Third?
Bruh. Second or third. But he's very happy. And so of course since then, I'm like, I completely respect that, and I don't want your girl to feel any type of way. They had just gotten married, and so I said, I will stop. I'm sorry. And since then, we haven't spoken anymore. It sucks, but I also forget that I am in my 30s, and for us, we think we're kids, but we're not fucking kids. You know, we are. I know. I am a 35-year-old teen. You know, so
oh god,
you know, and so of course they're in their 40s. They're in their 40s, and yeah, they both have children. They both have like in their teens or maybe
Can
like
I
in
ask
college.
you a question?
Yeah.
Did you know that he was married before you?
Of course, I've always known.
Okay.
He invited another person and myself to go. He's like, would you guys come to Hawaii? I'm like really putting all the shit on the line, but I'm like, would you guys come to Hawaii and see us get married? And I was like, I would totally do it, but I was doing something around that time, and I really I love the relationship. The fact that he found someone, and I was so happy for him. And I really like this person. He's such a cool dude. And never in my mind was I like, hey, I'm interested. Yeah, and a lot of people were like, oh, she's insecure. And I was like, no, because I think if maybe I saw that he was, you know, that my significant other was talking to somebody else, maybe I would feel some type of way. And I so much respect the fact that he said, you know what? She doesn't want us to talk anymore, so I'm going to respect that. And that's why I said...
That's really nice.
Yeah, that's why I said I totally respect that, and I understand. And so I said,
This was someone that you never met before?
No,
I knew her.
Oh.
No, this is my friend. This is someone who I
okay.
knew, and we would talk every day. You know, we would talk every day, and it was really funny. And he was such a funny ass dude. He kind of reminded me of that show with all the policemen, Brooklyn Nine-Nine. The main dude, whatever his name is.
Jake.
Is it?
Jake Carlton?
Yeah. And he even kind of looked like him. And I just thought he was really funny. And when I actually first met him, I was like, this guy's a dick. I don't know.
You guys coworkers?
We used to be. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And so I even told my other friend, I was like, dude, I texted him what he sent me, and I was like, he's like, oh my God, Jessica, what did you do? I was like, I did nothing, dude. I did nothing, and if I did do something...
Oh, so he did tell you, like...
Yeah, I shared it with my friend, and I said, I did not do anything, but I think that she didn't feel comfortable that I was sharing these things, and for that reason, I respect it. I do not... I mean, come on, we my parents dealt through so much crazy shit, and just seeing what it did to my mom, I was like, I would never do that to another woman like that. So I was like, I completely respect it. I'm sorry. This was never my intention. I just wanted to have a streak because I wanted to see like
Snapchat streak,
right? And it sucks. And I think the reason why I'm saying this is because I want to get your guys' point of view, but at the same time, I want to be like, hey, dude, I miss you. I know you're listening to the fucking podcast. So I want you to know that I do miss like the friendship that we had. The
platonic.
Of course, all platonic.
I miss my streak.
Motherfucker, I had to delete my stream.
I think it's respectful on both sides. You respecting his relationship
Yes.
and
Yeah.
stepping back.
Thank
Him
you, Gabby.
respecting his
Responsible.
partner and
Yes.
saying, putting an end to something that makes her uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Yes.
Whether if she's insecure or not.
Yeah, I don't give a
it's-
fuck, dude. I would-
It's their relationship and he's respecting it. He's putting her first.
Yes.
But I think if your guys' friendship was really there, why not do something as a friend group? Like,
He'll
like-
reach out. He told me, he's like, when other friends have spoken to him, he said, say hi to her. And like, oh yeah, tell her I said hi.
Acknowledge
And I'm
her.
like,
okay,
fuck him.
but what I'm saying, if like if that's like really like you want to like stay friends,
Yeah.
do
I
it
would
as a
totally
couple.
want to, dude. I would totally
Yeah.
do
Do
it.
it as a couple.
You should.
I would totally
It-
reach out. It's like,
Yes.
it's been like, I don't know, I'd have to look at the text, but
Yeah.
I was like, damn, like and anything
Are
we
you-
did, like if we did text, it was never like me texting him because you know your role and you know how things might seem. So if we did have a text, it was like I'm gonna share it with him and another friend. So it was like a 3-way thing that we had because I never wanted like that like okay like if you know that kind of like like your best friend like what you were saying like like if you have a best friend who's a girl, it's like I always. Like I wanted to respect that, so I didn't want her to think that that we had a texting.
Yeah, but like,
Text
okay,
just
I'm
between
sorry
us.
if I put you on the spot, but like him and his friend that just went to the beach with the kids,
Okay.
like he has a relationship, bring
Uh-huh.
the girlfriend along, and then you guys make it into a couple thing.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like it's that way you don't make your girlfriend feel insecure, and you still create that bond with your friend.
Bro, I really
It
wanted to
doesn't
go to.
break,
I
you
really
know?
wanted to go to your fucking wedding, dude.
Oh.
Like, come on, dude. Vegas. I mean, like Vegas.
Hawaii.
Hawaii, dude.
Yeah.
It's
Expensive.
expensive. But anyways, I wanted to get your guys' point of view because it's like in no way that in no way.
Wait, what did I miss?
No. In no way did I want to.
I think it's okay for you to at least like message him when it's like his birthday or something. Like,
Yeah.
hey,
Oh,
just
yeah,
like
sure.
happy birthday.
He
Just hoping that-
congratulated me when I got. I think both of us got. Oh, when I got my trip to Costa Rica, he congratulated
Oh, that's
another
great. That's
person
so
and
shout-
myself. Yeah,
yeah.
he reached out, but I was like,
Oh, so then
Yeah.
is it just hard for you to accept that the friendship transition?
I don't lose. It's hard to lose a friendship at our age because it takes a hot minute for me to really be like, all right,
Make
I
new
like
friends.
this person, and this is someone who I'm gonna keep. Like I will literally, like I've already chosen, like okay with Dimitri. I know that I told him. I said, hey. Not your Dimitri. I just
I was like,
I remember saying.
Don't worry. I'm sorry. We got to rephrase
Wait,
that.
hold on. The brother
There's two different Dimitris in this scenario.
Like we worked together,
It's a
and I
very rare
told him,
name.
and I told him, hey, I want to be your friend where we no longer work. And it was like he was like, what? And I was like, yeah, I really like you as a person, and I think this is someone like I'm like I want to be your friend. So it takes a lot for me to actually tell a person like I want to be your friend when we're no longer working together or whatever type of thing it is.
Yeah.
And so for me to think
I think
I
that's
like
a
this
cancer
person.
thing because I have a friend who's like that, and I'm the opposite. I'm always like, okay, well, I wish you the best.
What's your sign?
I'm Sagittarius.
And yet Natalie's
that's why I
still here.
like you. You're Sagittarius.
Natalie's
Because
still-
when
What are you, Natalie?
When we get
I'm a
together, we
Libra.
get together, and when we're apart, we're apart.
When's your birthday? August or
October 1st.
okay? Oh, okay. It's September.
I
October.
tried to date a Cancer too, and I'm sorry, but
No, but
We're too much. I'm sorry.
But men and
Oh,
female are too much.
science. Oh, Jesus Christ.
she was
Anyways,
too
that was mine.
emotionally-
No, I mean, like,
Got you.
no, because I have some of my best friends from the only few friends I actually still talk to from high school. They are girls, but whatever they share, like I usually share with her, and like half the time when we do visit them, they're always asking where she's at, and like usually she is with me, and heck, we even done our pregnancy announcement with them, and so it's like she's always included in that relationship now that it's expanded, and now we don't really share as much as we used to, like emotional wise.
Ooh.
Don't say ooh.
Chismoso.
It's fucking shit, dude. Strong names. But yeah, yes,
your brother.
yeah. I mean, well, since I've been in a relationship with her, like I don't throw as much emotional stuff. We don't talk about emotional stuff like that. But we throw like funny videos about kids because now we both have kids. We're sharing videos, sharing funny videos, and sometimes I'll send it to her. What she sent, and it'll still be we'll still combine each other. We won't cut each other off just like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, we don't share the emotional stuff because now I have her. Like she's my emotional person I talk to,
Your
and so
best
yeah, my best friend.
Good.
Yeah, unfortunately, they'll still always be my good friend, but they have their own husband, and so like I'm sure they vent to them, and so like I have her.
Should I hit him up to say hi? And that's just me because I'm drunk.
No.
Yeah.
You put the phone down right now.
Okay.
Put the phone
So
down.
much for
Well, hey.
respect.
Hey, kid. I miss our conversations, and I hope you are having an amazing life.
Put the phone down now.
I hope you're
It's
having an
on you.
amazing life, and yeah, that's it.
Nice.
I hope you're having a nice run, and he likes to run. So I'm like, I hope you're having a good run, and you're listening to the podcast.
Nice. Woo!
Yeah.
Thank you for being a fan.
Yes.
Thank you. All right. Girl question. Do men care if women have kids, and can they take them seriously?
Do men?
Do men care if women have kids?
Men? That's a tough one.
No,
Really?
I don't think so. No, I didn't.
Keeping
I
in mind that this is someone who you might marry.
Yeah.
Really?
No,
Yeah.
yeah.
Joe
I mean-
Johnson?
No, I think. Oh, go ahead. You go
When
first.
I was in my 20s, it might have my answer might have been different, but in my 30s, I don't care. I mean, because like if I'm gonna be with someone, I may or may not want a family.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Do
if
you
they-
want a family?
do
Of
I want my
course he
own
does.
kid? I mean, I might,
Yeah.
but I mean, if they have a kid, I'm not. I would if we get together, I would come to see them as my own.
I mean, at our age, it's a given that they, more than likely, I don't know, 80% of them, these motherfuckers are already gonna have a kid.
Hashtag mini.
What about if you guys been in a relationship for a long time and obviously they have their kid and then you guys break up?
Oh.
What happens then with the kid and the relationship?
Wait, like the
Like, so-
the girl has a kid,
Yeah.
and you're with them, and then you break up.
That's
and then what
actually a
happens
good
with
question,
your
Gabby.
relationship
With
the
the kid?
child?
with
Yeah.
the kid?
Oh, I mean, it's
I
tough
mean,
to. It's
shit,
tough
Would
that's
you
to.
gonna
just
be
be like,
tough, yeah.
sorry, kid?
Yeah, kind of. It
Okay.
sucks.
I have a good one for that one. So like last year when I was like dating and stuff, there was someone who
This bitch is already laughing.
he had
Fuck the kid. Fuck them kids.
No.
All right, my girl.
It was he had a girlfriend
In high
who
school.
no. He had a girlfriend and she had a child that
never
he
mind,
like
wrong person.
grew up with. I'll tell you later.
Okay.
And like he can like help lightly raise, like so he would take her out and take care of her. Blah, blah, blah. They end up breaking up. So they're broken up, but he was like, "Oh, I still felt attached to the child." So I feel the need to like keep in contact because of the child.
Mm.
I have a story.
What about Dimitri? When-
What?
What? No.
Dimitri,
Your Dimitri or your Dimitri?
My Dimitri.
I know it ain't my Dimitri.
My Dimitri.
Wrong Dimitri.
No, but I was like it's kind of like almost similar. Like if you're dating somebody and they have like a little brother and you raise them like they're your brother and you're there for baseball practices, soccer, all these things. You kind of raise, and then you break up and it's like, damn, like this is like someone
Like, what
like
do you
I
do?
looked at as like, it's kind
Yeah.
of similar.
I
a
will
little bit.
say the
That
children
sucks.
start forgetting the memories with them.
You should be
Yeah.
selfish a
As we
little
get
bit.
older.
Sorry.
Well,
Sorry,
for
that's
sure.
why. Sorry, Dimitri. I was
It's your birthday.
threw it out
They
there.
start replacing.
No,
their
you know what?
faces
You know what?
on
I
us.
will bring up someone that's actually famous
Someone
and
else
that has been in this scenario. Gabriel Iglesias, the comedian.
Oh, yeah.
He was with
Fluffy?
Fluffy
Fluffy.
himself.
Being
He-
Fluffy.
he-
What did he do?
Yeah.
No, he didn't do anything.
No,
What did Peachy Fluffy do?
No, he didn't do anything.
I don't know the
Oh,
scenario.
okay.
I just know that he originally was with
he
his
took
girlfriend.
some-
He
yeah.
originally like the son is hers, but he raised them. The
I-
kid was
I-
only
yes.
7 years old, and he raised
Into
them
adulthood.
to adulthood, and to the
And
point he
respect.
respected the kid's wishes, where he never brought him up in other comedic scenarios in his comedy stand-up. But he brought up on a podcast that he still keeps in contact with him. The kid is now to the point where like he's thinking about getting married, and still texts him. Him and the baby mama are no longer together, but he still texts him to like I want your advice. Like, what's your
But he's
opinion?
an adult.
That's,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
saw that.
that
I saw like
scenario
he
is
would text me,
different
"Hey, you want to get some
because
coffee?"
he
Like,
raised
just
him
to
as a
hang out.
son. Like
Yeah, he raised him
he
as a
raised
son.
him as a
Yeah.
son,
Like a dad
where
figure,
he calls
for
him
sure.
dad, and he paid for his school. Like that's different.
Oh,
It's,
yeah, absolutely.
it's more like I feel like it would be different if you from the beginning you're like, sorry, bro,
Sorry,
I'm
bro.
not your
No.
dad. Like I could be your friend, but I'm not your dad. And then all of a sudden y'all break up. It's like, what happens to that bond?
So I have. So for me, I always look at it. It can really play a benefit in my eyes on the girl's part because for me, it could. Because I always envision myself to have children, and say if I were to when I was younger to date somebody who had kids, and I see how they are and how they raise their kids, and see how well behaved they are, the values, the morals that they instilled in their children. That gives me hope. Like, wow, like this is the right person. Like I can see myself having children with them, and look at how they raise their child. But in the long run, on the other end, if I'm dating someone and they have kids and their kids are fucking hella bad, just like I'd be like, man, I see how they raise their kids. They have no respect for their mother. They have no boundary. They have no fucking like discipline at all. I'd be like, oh, I'm turning the other way. You know what I'm saying? But if it's good on the other end, I'd be like, wow, I can envision myself with someone like
But
that.
why the mother
yeah.
though?
What if what if
I mean,
you date a deadbeat mom, like a mom that's always going out every weekend,
then
they have kids?
yeah, well, then I wouldn't like that either.
Yeah, I
Because
wouldn't
if
like
you're a deadbeat mom like that,
I think you'd be smart
Yeah.
enough to know that's
Yeah,
a deadbeat mom.
like,
Or
that's not right.
like, what if she's doing it on her own, but she can't handle them because she has no dad figure?
But you can still tell, like, if they have, like, the children just run in circles around the mom, like, the mom's not even trying, like, just letting them do whatever the fuck, you know, like, I don't know,
I
I'm
mean,
not,
I guess.
yeah,
Look, dating a mother as it is hard.
yeah, that's true.
Absolutely.
Hey, I don't think I've told you this, but I like you.
Oh, thank you.
What the fuck?
He goes, I like you.
Okay.
How long we been doing this podcast?
Have I known you? 7 years? How long have you guys been dating?
Oh, you know what else? Somebody told me this one time, right? So, when I was younger, I was talking to this girl, and she had, like older teenage kids, and I was like, oh, man, I was like, I can't see myself doing that, and I was like, I can't see myself doing that, but because I was like, I could see say somebody who had like a young child, but then somebody told me like, dude, what the fuck, like, why, like, bro, they're teenagers, they're almost out the door,
easier.
like they're almost out the door. You don't gotta deal with them if you're with them. I'm like,
Easy peasy.
and then I was like, damn, I didn't even thought about that.
You
Like that.
fucked it
I was
up.
like,
Let me hit her up.
I was like, damn, I didn't think. But then obviously that shit went out the way. But I was just like, damn, I didn't think about it like that.
But teenagers are a different responsibility.
Yeah, that's a whole nother scenario.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have
But I
a
was
friend.
just like,
I do
Kids
have
are
a
for
friend.
life. Kids are for life.
So,
Oh, for
yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, they go to college. You don't gotta deal with the whole, all the elementary.
Hey, you never
know.
Yeah. But
So
No,
sa-
but kids
sa-
are for life. Like,
no, for sure.
what
for
if
sure,
they get into trouble? You still have to bail them out,
Or
or
if they
like
have kids.
Yeah,
college
yeah.
tuition.
Yeah.
um,
There's a lot.
Oh.
you know,
Going
it's
back
like-
to what you said about just like children in general, I do have a friend, and I was like, girl, why are you with this fool? And I'm sorry, girl, to put you on blast, but I know your bitch ass is never gonna listen to this podcast.
Hey.
So let me tell you,
Put it on it. Put it
But
on
but
it.
she was definitely like she started to care for this child, and I think any child you meet, you end up thinking of yourself as that child, and you want to parent this child the way that you were not parented. So she started to parent this child, like, and of course it's like, okay, you want something, let's go ahead and get it for you. Oh, you want a bike? Let me go ahead and get this bike for you. Oh, you will like animals? Let me go ahead and get every fucking animal that you want. And so she started to do all this, and what happens after they break up? Now she's like, well, the only person that I'm going to miss in this fucking relationship is that child. And for a minute, the dude did try to, like, kind of hold this over her head, like, he misses you. And she's like, nah, dude, I can't do this. And I'm so glad that she didn't. But I guess, you do get so infatuated with the children. So it's hard. But, I mean, teenagers? But how old was this broad? When she have those kids? Teen? 15?
So San Jose did respond. He said,
San Jose.
San
The whole
Jose
city.
said, if she has more than 2 kids, I probably won't be able to date her because even I want kids. They're at a point that they want kids themselves. They say after 2 or 3 kids, the
That's
lady
okay.
most likely
I
won't
think
want
that's
them.
fair.
That's fair.
That's what they
But
want.
I would,
Yeah.
but it would depend on the connection,
I
on the
agree, too.
connection. If she has 3 kids and the connection's great, then
Okay.
yeah, he would.
Like what? Have
Yeah.
more?
Yeah, no, he would like wing it out, but like he's not sure if the girl, like he wants to have kids himself, but he thinks after the 2nd kid, the woman won't want a 3rd kid.
But so if the woman has 2 kids already
Mhm.
and he wants kids, he's like, oh man, I don't think she's gonna want kids.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
That's a
Yeah.
conversation.
That's
That's a
okay.
conversation.
Communication.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it has to be hashed out. You know?
All right, guy question. If a girl doesn't spend too much time texting you, do you automatically think she is not interested?
God, texting is so annoying.
And it's a
It goes
very.
both ways.
It's yeah, because
Is it both ways question?
it does go both ways. But then it's like, I don't know. Wait, what does it mean that you're not interested in it? Was it?
Yeah,
Do you
if a
think
girl
she's
doesn't
not
spend too much
interested
time texting you
If
back,
she
do
doesn't
you
spend some
automatically
time.
think she is not interested?
If I know
Well,
you're
yeah,
working,
you can
you're
tell, but you
working.
can tell like with the little short responses or like the long gaps between responses,
Yes.
and if it becomes like more and more longer gaps
Yeah.
with shorter responses, then you know like okay, well she's not feeling it.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's trying to slowly.
At the same
ghost
time,
me
too, you
or
gotta
something.
also like. I
Yeah.
try to be respectful of like, are they working? Are they got shit going
Exactly.
on? So I don't.
Yeah.
Are
I don't
they
try.
on
I
the
don't hold
job?
that shit against them.
Are
It's
they
like
making
just
money?
Between 8 a.m. and 9 p.m., do not expect me to text you back ASAP.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I am sorry to tell you that. I am very deeply sorry, but I am gonna be doing like a million things.
And as long as you're
But if I
upfront with
do
it.
text you,
Okay,
you better
hold
text
on.
me back
I
right
have a
away.
question
but
for you.
let's
Oh,
Jessica,
What?
what if like, fuck, I'm so tired. I worked all day. I
Yeah,
can barely say goodnight at you at 9 p.m.
that's okay. 9:01, I'll text you back.
And just be
so,
like, good night?
No, I'll be like, okay, because okay,
Well, do you deserve a conversation?
Isn't it?
I
if you
will
like them
conversate
enough?
with me, and I will go
But
out
they're
of my
tired.
way. I
I
will
feel
go
like
out
I
of my
need to
way.
go
so,
she'll send me IG reels at 12 o'clock at night.
Yeah,
Because
what?
so let's flip it the other way.
Okay.
You know, like
Flip it.
yeah. So like if
Come on,
if
Benny.
a guy isn't texting you back, it takes him a long time to text you back. How do you feel about
That
it?
hurts my feelings.
Because I'll tell you,
I
if I
feel
like
like-
somebody, I'm texting them back. I'm texting them back like, I'm not gonna be desperate
Okay.
because obviously if you're like replying, bam, like right
Like
away,
within a minute,
it's like,
yeah.
oh, yeah, I'm too desperate. But you know, wait a couple minutes. Maybe sometimes you're busy, but you'll at least get back to them within that hour. Or
I mean,
so.
I'm the
but
type
if
of
you're
guy-
not,
Are
then
you-
that means you ain't.
In
interested.
general,
Are you a
I'm the
busy
type of person
person?
that texts
Huh?
back
Are
pretty
you a
quick
busy
to anyone.
person?
If you
Am
have
I
your
busy?
phone on you,
There's
right?
times I can't be like
If
at
you have
work.
your phone on you,
But
right?
like,
Yeah,
say
if I
if
have my
I
phone on me,
like,
if I do
I'll
it,
I'll be checking.
I'll text them back.
I love Miguel's response. It was so
Oh, yeah.
true. He was like, "I'll text you back 0.2 seconds if I'm available." But he said,
Nah, but
most-
that fool be playing me too sometimes. Cause no, he don't.
Bro,
why
no,
are you here, Miguel?
No, like,
motherfucker.
I'm sorry to tell
No.
you that this might be a conversation you need to have with Miguel.
yeah, no, like today. Like he's catting off right now, so he's not
Yeah.
responding to me.
He was supposed
And
to
I'm
be
telling
here.
him like, "Are you
Hey,
gonna
no,
come?"
he's-
And so he didn't
yeah.
want to respond and break someone's feelings or whatever. So I'm like, "Just tell me." So he didn't respond. But other times, if it's about golf, hey, well, are we gonna golf tomorrow? He'll fucking hit me back right away.
Text him right now,
Yeah.
okay, bro?
That sounds
Yeah.
like he had better plans.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah,
He
Yeah.
has
it's,
Look,
he's choosing.
look.
He's choosing.
But
yeah.
that's it goes back to are they really that interested in you?
Yeah.
You
At the
obviously
beginning,
didn't really
I will.
care for this.
At the beginning, I will
Fuck
text
you,
because
Miguel. You're not
obviously you
interested
don't
in
know.
me.
Oh, yeah, I was saying.
Goddamn Miguel.
At the beginning, you don't know.
So
you don't
gradually
know.
you will slow down.
No,
It
I think it's
happens.
like I think at the beginning you don't understand the relationship, but eventually we'll know. Now, if this person does text me, I will text back. I will text back, or even let's say if like, all right, let me take a break or a lunch, and I will text you back.
Okay,
I
what-
do take the effort to text back.
What
to
if
people
you
who I
get
care about.
used to them texting you a lot and then it stops?
What the fuck is going on, dude? What did I do wrong?
Anxiety attack.
I will ask you. I will ask you. What's wrong? You know
What
what it
the
is?
So like
Fuck
they,
is
so
up?
we sorry you're saying like we
Like, we
have them
start
texting each other
talking,
back pretty
yeah.
often, and then all of a sudden they just stop answering back for a long while.
No,
Or
like
just ghost you.
no,
Yeah.
no, no.
Like it
Like-
slowly
I mean,
starts
that's
to go to
happened.
me.
Yeah, like you guys
Yes.
still talk every day, but it's
But
not
it's like
the same
slowly.
from
It's
the
not the
beginning.
same.
Makes
Like
sense.
I get.
How would you guys feel?
Ooh.
I think I would tell him. I would say,
what
Be
the
obsessed
fuck
with
is
me
going
again.
on.
I mean,
What's wrong? Why aren't you texting me a lot? I like when you text me all the time.
Well,
I'd
let it go.
Well, do you
Let it
consider
go.
that
You know
as
what?
nagging
I'm
though?
not gonna. If someone doesn't want you, I
Do you
mean,
consider
Yeah.
that as nagging?
No, they still
Well,
want
no.
you. It's just not the same as in the beginning.
I mean, okay. There's
I guess that would
also,
also
Is
have
it
to
nagging if you're
inside
like, why the
with
fuck
like
are you
how
texting?
your physical interact. Because beyond texting, like say you had like a really great date, and you know you're maybe not texting as much as before, but you're still like connecting on a good level. I don't know. It could depend if you're still
then-
connecting when you're face to face.
I think we
So
all
then
have
you
rough
wouldn't take it
days.
personally if like you see their text, but you're like, oh, I don't want to text back right now. But then the next day you're like, hey.
I would take it
No,
personally
I
if they
wouldn't
didn't text
ignore it.
back, but I see them posting like a motherfucker on Instagram.
Oh.
I'll be like, hold on, what the fuck? You didn't text me back?
I will
That
always
makes
text you
sense.
back.
That's fair.
I'm
That's
sorry.
fair.
I will text you back even if it's late, and I will truly, deeply apologize. But I mean, again, it's like, are you in the honeymoon stage? Are you later on in the relationship? Are you further into the relationship? At that point, you understand that I have a very hectic job, and maybe during the like. If like for example, I was helping someone today and they're like, how are you feeling? And I was like, bro, I'm not feeling this shit at all.
I don't talk to you
I don't
right
even
now.
want to talk to you. But then he started being so nice, and I was like, no, I feel bad that I'm talking to you like this. I'm sorry. But it depends. You know, when I'm at work, I'm going through every fucking emotion so fast, so you know better than to talk to me. What are you eating?
Pizza.
Eat
Look
pizza.
at this little slice right here.
fall. 5 second rule. 5 second rule.
This little baby
Aw.
Jay, I'm dropping dirty pizza.
Okay, do another.
What the fuck? For both sexes,
That's a good question.
the cleanse of Instagram. How long after a breakup are you deleting photos of your ex?
I don't think I'm
Like
gonna.
how long
Exact-
after?
No, I'm just
And how long after you break up are you deleting stuff?
Once you know it's official.
Yeah.
Once you know it's official?
I give it within like 1 month. So I
No,
feel like 1
once you're
month.
for sure you're not going back.
Exactly. Like 1 month, you're still conversating, like whether what's going on.
That's
Mhm.
Yeah, like
Hmm.
we're figuring things out. I give it 1 month.
Just cleanse Instagram.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's a good question because I feel
What
like
if
that's like an unwritten thing that people don't speak
Mhm.
about.
What if your partner archives the pictures? How would you guys feel?
But I mean,
Oh, like
what do you mean
later?
by archive? What is that?
Or-
I did
Like,
that.
You don't delete
You don't
it. Like you
delete it.
save
You
it,
just,
but
like,
nobody knows. That
hide
you
it.
But
saved
okay,
it.
but they don't know. So I'm archiving every fucking picture. I'm not deleting
So
that
I
shit.
did that.
I'm gonna have to use it in court. You're gonna have
And
to
so
use
I
it
was
in
like,
court.
you know what? It's
No,
not
if I would
gonna
find that, I'd
happen.
be
Dude,
like,
I know. This, honestly, like for
it's not
me,
gonna happen.
It's in the Google
Delete,
Drive.
delete,
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 it. I don't
delete.
care.
like there's been some
Delete.
photos I have like they're like hella nice, like a nice ass view, and I'm like,
Yeah.
damn it, I gotta delete this shit because
No.
she's in it.
It is what it
Crop
is.
her out.
I'm like, fuck,
Yeah.
I know.
Photoshop her out.
It's a
Fuck that
nice ass
bitch.
view. I'm like, fuck.
No. I give it 1 month.
1 month?
1 month.
Mm-hmm. Is it important to have a lot in common, or do you think opposites attract?
No.
Really works.
Say it again.
You have
You-
to have things in common.
Yeah. you
Have
know.
some
Yeah.
things in
Some
common.
things.
Look, I understand like if you have opposites attract because like oh it's interesting, but at the end of the day you don't.
Feel like we're
Maybe if
kinda
you
opposites
guys
attract.
take interest in each other's hobbies, then it might work.
For a second.
For a second.
Well, like you have to find interest in it.
Have to.
Yeah, like if they say they
You
show
don't
you
have
something.
to.
Yeah, like if they show you something and you're like, oh shit, that's pretty cool, and then you get into it.
No.
Okay, never mind.
Oh my god.
Sorry, Gabby, I love you, but
She was like,
Never mind.
no.
Well, it can, oh god. it's
No,
really-
no.
You were
Don't worry.
lucky.
There goes
Nothing
the
there. I killed it.
podcast.
I killed it.
There's gotta be some.
He tilted it.
Yeah, there's gotta be something like
No,
a TV
sure.
show or something you guys are into.
Well,
Game of
not-
Thrones or
not
something
just
like
find
that.
something in
Well,
common
not just
together.
that,
I mean,
like,
there's a
also,
reason
like,
why you guys-
lifestyles.
Well, also, I will say that if you truly
Choices.
love somebody, like, you know, for me, like, when you love
Principles.
somebody, like, you learn to love what they love, and that becomes a part of you, too. Because, like how you, like, I always commend her because she's like, this fool's a fucking nerd, and she's had no idea what she was stepping into, and then
Don't
became,
we know it?
and then became like a nerd herself too, and going to Comic Con and all that shit. I'm like, wow, she really embraced
Just
the
motherfucker
shit that
made
he
me
liked.
watch all
Oh, like,
the
you know,
movies.
that's
Just
part of
spread it
like
out
a
more.
relationship, you know. So like,
Yeah.
you learn to love what your other partner likes, and you guys both share that together, you know.
Yeah, you
I had to watch all the Thanos
That makes
movies
sense.
with the rings and shit.
Yeah.
Oh god. I'm
I
gonna
I took my whole family
fucking
down.
watch Love Is Blind with her, and we get all giddy and fucking watch that shit, and we start having conversations.
man.
I
and
got him
stuff.
hooked on that shit too.
Dude, watch that challenge.
We're all into that. What's that? Perfect Match right now. Yeah, that's what it's
That
called.
sucks. I'm just trying to watch it just to watch it.
It's fun to watch drama.
Just gotta watch it. I don't know what happened to that.
Selling Sunset, you guys. That's all I'm saying.
It's
Selling
okay to
Sunset.
not like everything. though.
Yeah,
But
it's
I feel like
fine too.
to me it sounds like it's like little things that you guys can find compatible. But like
Yeah.
there's more things in depth though. I don't know.
I love your nails.
All right, let's end it with this one.
No,
Do you-
it's not ended.
Let's not end. No, we're gonna do a part 3. I swear to God. Do you prefer with someone more introverted or extroverted?
Extra.
Intro.
Extro and intro.
We're staying inside. I'm not going out. I'm not
I
sure.
love to go out.
I could do either or.
Really?
Either. Nice.
Oh yeah, I mean I get. No.
You gotta go
I
out
think
sometime. You can't be in a cave.
Actually, that's not true. Once I go out too much,
No, you're
I start
intro.
like
No, your intro.
shutting down,
Well,
and
yeah.
I need a break. But then, I recharge. And I'm like, okay, let's go out every weekend
Well,
again.
I feel like as long as you give the opportunity to the other person to like recharge and
Yeah,
Well, giving them
there's gotta be a
space.
balance.
both.
balance,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know, balance
Yeah.
is
Some days you
good.
do want to do things. Some days you don't.
Yeah.
Sometimes we just watch trashy TV and just be in our sweatpants. That's it.
Yeah.
And love
I
is
feel
blind.
like I wouldn't be able to do like indoor things every single time. Like I would want to go out, but then I wouldn't want to go out every single time. So yeah, I guess balance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, some sort
Good
of
balance. Keep in balance,
As
guys.
long as each other like they like respect that space.
Oh my
as
God,
well.
yeah. What are you trying to do? It's fucking Dominic's being weird.
What are you doing? Put it in the air fryer.
Jesus Christ.
Yes, you want it.
All right, guys. We'll end it there. We'll definitely do a part 3. I swear.
Right,
No,
this point.
we
yeah.
didn't even cover half the
Yeah,
questions
we
that you
did
have.
it.
Jeff- All right, guys. We're at the after party.
Hey.
Yeah.
And everybody
Lift your shirt up.
Yeah. So we're gonna try someone to answer these.
Wait, Frankie never showed up.
No, Frankie.
Facts.
He told me he never even left the parking lot. When I later texted him,
Well, good for
Wow.
him.
he said he was gonna be able to leave. Didn't make it, buddy. Uh-oh.
It's okay, Frankie. You're good. Don't worry about it.
Don't
Have
worry. We'll
fun.
catch you next time.
Get
Hope you
your
had
dick
fun.
wet.
Yeah, I told him have fun, enjoy, whatever. Don't give me false hope. What do you think about women who focus on their careers at the expense of their family life?
Wait, didn't we already talk about that one?
It was
Kind of.
It kind of briefly covered this
Yeah.
subject.
This one's a little bit more specific, I
It
think.
depends. I mean, like if they haven't like communicated with their boyfriend or their husband, and he's holding it down with the kids, and she's over here making the bread, and it's there's a balance. But if there's like a total like she forgets her family and she's just like all about work and just not even involved, then that's not cool.
I think it's hard.
I think the same thing with the guy too. If the guy's doing the same
Yeah,
shit and he's not
right.
involved and he's just all about making money, he's not even there for his kids or family, then fuck, like there needs to be a change. There needs to be something spoken about that. I don't think, yeah.
Very true. All right. Here's some good ones.
All right, mate.
All right, mate. Oh, am I starting to sound like Shelly? Dating outside your race.
Ooh.
That's all they say, but I'm suggesting that they probably say, do you
Yeah,
date
dating
outside your
outside
race
race.
or do you
That's
care?
me though.
You did, girl.
How much do you put into that?
You
Like,
did.
like
I
is it a,
You dated the rainbow.
How you feel about it now?
Absolutely. I have no type.
Okay,
No type.
cool. I
There
like
you
that.
go.
Yeah.
I've never had a type. I'm more like into like, can we connect?
Vibes.
Do we like it? Yeah, I vibes.
What's
Same,
your sign?
But
Yeah.
it's never been about like race or
same.
ethnicity.
Same
Yeah.
here.
It's not.
Same
Yeah.
here.
I'm
Yeah.
open-minded.
I'm very much aware that I might not.
but how much would you conform to your partner's race? Like, for instance,
Oh,
like, say,
I
like,
was
if
down to marry
they're,
the person or
Really?
any person.
like, say, like, it's like like, they're not white. Say, like, they're, like, Indian. And you have to
Sure.
do, like, a whole Indian wedding and a whole Indian, like, religion
So
kind
let's
of
do
thing.
it.
Would you...
So
Well,
let's
like,
have
I'm
you
saying, like,
seen-
a religion, like, converting to the religion and everything.
Oh,
would you be...
okay.
Like Sex
You-
and the City
no,
with
hold
Charlotte
on.
changed to be a Jew.
Let's
What?
get into that because my last relationship they were a different religion than I was.
Very strong religion.
So
Absolutely.
can we name this religion or culture? Or whatever?
Eastern.
He was Muslim
Oh,
and
okay.
I wasn't. But when we were first dating, I first asked, "Can you date someone outside of your religion?" He said, "Absolutely," which they could.
Cool.
Let me on for fucking
7 years later. Is that what
Yes.
it is? 7 years later.
7 years
yes.
later.
And all of a sudden, there was a problem.
That's so fucking.
Oh, wow.
Fuck you, ex. Fuck you,
Fuck.
ex.
Yeah.
Right, because he had to get married.
Yeah.
Can't believe I invited
Wait,
you.
you were with them for 7 years?
God, you took my +1 on my wedding.
Damn.
God damn it.
Yeah.
And they were Muslim, and it became a
Yes.
problem later.
Yo, he
Now
didn't
they
look
figured it out.
Oh,
Did he act Muslim?
Yes.
Hold up.
Yeah.
But were y'all like having sex and shit?
Partially, yes.
Well, then he ain't Muslim.
Is that again? I don't know much
Yes,
about
at
him.
one point we were living together, and
Wow.
yes, he would.
Wow.
Did his parents know that you guys were
Yes.
together?
And they were okay
Yes.
with that?
Yes. Well, he was Muslim. His parents were. They were
Wow.
Catholic.
What?
Oh,
the fuck?
Whoa.
What? Let me get into it.
Curveball.
Girl, we got time.
Let's go.
He went to yes. So they were all Christian. They were all Christian,
Okay.
and he decided not to because he went to jail.
He went
You went to what?
What?
Jail.
Oh.
He
The
didn't
fact
look,
that
he
was
didn't
that
look
like he.
Latino.
Well,
He was a little bit dark.
police are pretty. They're dark.
He was tall, wasn't he?
Yeah.
So he converted to Muslim.
In jail.
In
yes.
jail.
Okay, I get it. Yeah, a lot of
In
people do that.
jail?
In
A lot of
You know
people
what? That
do
happens. That happens a lot.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
common.
Yeah, it
Yes.
is kind of. It is common. Yeah.
But is this before he met you or?
Before he met me.
Okay.
So once
Oh.
he met me, he was Muslim, and I asked him, "Are you allowed to marry and date someone outside of your religion?"
Religion.
He said, "Absolutely.
That's a bullshit.
Men can,
Mm.
women can."
That's fucked up.
So
Okay.
we got into our relationship, and we were together for 7 years.
Wow, girl.
All of a sudden, 7 years later, when I was like, "Okay, what the fuck are we doing?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We've been together for this long. We were living together. What are we doing?" He was like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna get married and blah blah blah."
He told you that shit, dude?
Absolutely.
Wow.
Until he was like, "No, I can't marry you because my religion and la 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 la." And I was like,
You should
"Okay."
have sued him.
I know.
Then he just.
I mean, I
Aw.
could for
His
money,
ass.
but no. And I was like, "Okay."
Did you ever get his side of the story? Like, what the fuck?
Oh, I already know it.
Okay.
It's all bullshit.
Right.
It was more like he wanted to pretend, or he wanted to be behind his religion, when it was someone else.
How is he right now? Do you know anything about him?
The last I spoke to him, he wasn't financially well, like always.
There you go.
Oh.
He was financially well?
Wasn't.
Oh,
He wasn't.
wasn't. Oh.
How are you doing?
I'm good.
There you go. girl.
Yeah.
I had to take care of him when he wasn't.
I'm so glad that. I mean, I'm
Wow.
so
And
glad
it-
that you
and-
went. I'm sorry that you went through the heartache,
Absolutely.
but girl,
Yeah.
Well, that's the other thing. How do girls feel about financially supporting their man? Because lately I've been hearing about relationships. I don't know. I'm not one to be like that.
Well,
But I've heard a lot of relationships where women are out here forking up like hella
the
money
way
or
I saw
for
it
their
was
man.
like I thought I had him like he had me.
Yeah.
That's the way I saw it. Unfortunately, it wasn't the same.
Yeah.
So I thought like I could take care of him, he could take care of me, but
at our age, there has to be more than just potential. He has to have been potentialed.
Yeah.
Like, there's more than just.
That potential factor.
When I was
used to be-
younger, they're like, he has potential. But
Right.
now that I'm 35, I'm like, no, bro, you need to have done something
That shit needs
with
to
that potential.
translate into something
Yeah.
like real.
Absolutely.
Like,
Yeah.
for real.
Love is Blind. There was a term that someone used in the very beginning of the last season, where before the girls went into the pods, they were like, "I don't want to have potential. I want to be potentied," or something like that.
Yeah.
Like he's already past that point where
Yeah.
like he has it all already.
Yeah.
Like he's ready.
Yeah.
yeah.
And yeah, that marriage.
When I think
Using
of
religion-
mid-30s, I think, motherfucker, you're already 40.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
You're 40.
Mid 30s, you're 40.
Yeah, you're 40.
Yeah.
You're either your early 30s or you're 40.
Damn. Is that how we're gonna be?
What?
That's how
Like,
we
is that
are.
how we're gonna think of each other? Like when we're like 35? Like, oh, we're 40.
I mean,
Ah, we're 40.
well, you want to see how we're 38?
I'm holding on to that shit as long as I can. What the hell? I mean, I guess mindset, but like age-wise, I'm like, I'm holding on to it.
You're gonna be a 35-year-old teenager.
I mean, the way I see is like I'm tired of wasting my time.
True.
I'm fucking tired. I feel like I put too much time and energy on one person.
Yeah, I'm sorry. 7 years is a lot.
7
is a
years is
lot.
way too fucking long.
Yeah.
So the
Did you learn
next
from it?
Oh, absolutely.
There you go. That's all that
So
matters.
the next person, I was like, I am playing games.
There you go.
So it's a learning curve.
I mean, obviously,
Life is a learning.
we can cut this out if you don't want to talk about it, but like this new potential relationship you have.
Yes.
Have you asked the deep questions
Absolutely.
that you should have asked 7 years prior?
No, but you know what's fucked up is the fact that like I do with every relationship.
Mm-hmm.
I ask all the fucking questions. Like, I'll rewind to the last one. He was a different religion. I asked him, "Can you date and marry outside of your religion?" Absolutely, I could fucking do it. Absolutely. And then 7 years later, all of a sudden, it's a sticky situation. No, I can't do it. But then when I find out he's fucking someone else, and then they're not the same religion, so no, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
I think all you can really look
Absolutely
at is
not. So
do you regret the 7 years?
Absolutely.
You do regret the 7 years?
Well, yes,
You
because
lost so much time.
exactly it
Could
was
have been.
Oh yeah.
absolutely just because like I invested so much time into this person that I thought I loved, and they promised me, or what I thought they promised me, yeah, we're gonna get married, we're gonna get, we have that future. And so I hold on to it. So down the road, I was like, oh, we're going to eventually get there.
Mm-hmm.
So we were together. We lived together. It never happened until I started asking the questions like, okay, dude, like, come on. We've been together for this long. What's going on?
How far into the relationship did
Until the 7th year.
So at the 7th year,
Yes.
you didn't feel like this
No,
at your 6th
I
or
thought
5th?
we've been good the whole time. We've been so good.
What changed that 7th year? And,
I
and
don't
at, the,
know. I
at,
don't
at
know.
any point you could
I
stop
don't
me.
know.
But at
I
the
don't
7th
know.
year, you just felt like, okay, it's time.
Absolutely, because I was tired of being a girlfriend. I was tired of being a girlfriend. I was tired for being there for you and taking care of you, whether it's emotionally, mentally, emotionally, financially. Like, I was tired of doing all that. I deserve a better title for that.
Yeah.
I was worth more than that.
And you told him that, and
Absolutely. I was like, okay, we've been together for this long. Where are we going? And he was like, oh yeah, I see you as my wife and da-da-da. And then little brother, he was like, yeah, it's not
he
gonna
told
happen.
you.
He
He
told
straight
me.
up told you.
And
I'm
I was
really
like,
sorry.
well, of course,
Yeah.
it broke my whole everything. But I was
bet,
like,
yeah.
I'd rather know now and waste more time with you than
Damn.
That sucks, dude. I'm really sorry.
if in the last year I was fucked up.
Yeah, I get it.
It is what it is.
You gotta salute someone that who, after a year, that you're getting yourself out there, because it's a very vulnerable situation. You're
But
risking
after
a
7
lot.
years though, that
It's fucked up.
absolutely.
It's very fucked up.
So I was just like, you know what? Fuck this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna be stay miserable and
Yeah.
cry over you when I have potential to find someone else.
Are you still
And
in
I
contact
will.
with him?
No,
That's good.
absolutely not.
I used to follow him on Instagram. He's gone now.
Really?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
And-
Well, I mean, we were all friends.
He's gone.
Yeah,
now.
he's gone now. I mean, I tried to look him out after we found out that you guys broke up, and I was like,
Well,
oh, he's
thank
disappeared.
you. I didn't have to ask.
I had to
that.
crop him out of my wedding photos.
I
No-
mean, you
no
don't
lie
have-
there.
You don't have to do all
He,
that.
no, he wasn't part of my wedding photos that I eventually want printed.
Oh, that
and I-
guy.
Yeah,
Was it our
Oh.
wedding?
yeah. I'm like,
Was it in it?
oh,
Yes.
Yeah, he was
kid you
fine.
not. This okay? Sorry, if you're going to a wedding, if you're just a guest, you're not part of the wedding. It doesn't matter. At least dress semi decent. This fool, I mean, maybe he was wearing something nicer underneath, but at the end of it, he's just wearing a plain white shirt. And he's showing up at the end of it. First of all, you're wearing fucking white. Fuck you. And that's only for the bride. And then second of all, like, you're just wearing a white t-shirt? I'm like, that's what you're wearing when you're watching TV late at night at home. God damn it, you're not wearing that shit to a wedding. And we had to crop that fool out.
No,
Big ass symbol. God damn it. Get the fuck out of my wedding, bro.
7 years. Thank you. You had
Fuck nut. You know how many guys that should have thrown Natalie at the fucking wedding? There were so many single guys at that time. God damn it. Wedding was fabulous though. I'm glad you said it. Yeah. I'm gonna stop there. Let's stop this whole. Oh man, no, it's a true story. Yeah, we had to crop them out of our photos. Oh my god. Let's see. How do you feel about men who believe they should have the final say in a relationship?
I think.
Final say.
What do you mean? What do you mean final say?
Like in a conversation?
Maybe.
Like they get this. Oh, like you mean final say on like decisions?
My word is law.
Decisions.
That type of thing. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No. That's nasty.
Well, that comes back to like these people who like what's it called?
Traditional.
You say
Machismo?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Machismo.
Yeah. Like,
Fuck away from that.
I know people who are like that and who want to like have that over their women and stuff. I don't think that's fair. I think it should come to like a
Equal
agreement. But I mean, like for us, okay.
Here we go.
Oh, I don't know how to say this. Sometimes I make decisions like because maybe I know more.
Yeah, and I'm okay with that. Because sometimes he does know more. And I'm okay with that.
I'm not ever gonna make myself feel like more dominant over you. Like, oh, you have to take a step down. Like, you know, like if you know more than me, then by all means take the wheel. Like, I'll follow you. You know. Mm-hmm. But it's like. I would never try to make you feel like you're like I'm more dominant over you and I have more power over you.
But that is a good one because there is stuff where like you do like make a decision where you're like, okay, yeah, like I know more of this and that. I'm like, okay, I trust you. I'm gonna.
Oh yeah, I'll follow you.
100%. Yeah.
And then there's other times where maybe she'll know more and she knows what to do, or that's in regards to her like speaking Spanish and I don't, and I'll be like, I'm following you. Like you take the lead. You know, like you know. Like that. So
no, exactly. Yeah. Good scenario.
If he's paying for everything, I'm on your side. I think you're reading off of the questions that I gave you, right? You're reading off of the questions that I gave you.
Yeah.
A lot of them are like, if you're paying, I got your back.
That's true.
You know, if you are the one that's
true.
Currently sustaining the relationship, whatever you want. But I mean, if you're acting stupid, obviously I'm gonna say something. But
okay, that's what I was gonna be like. Okay, yeah, he's paying for everything, but how
I
is
can't
the
be
person?
with a machista. I can't be with someone who thinks that, you know, it's like follow my rule. Who I am as a person, I can't. You know, I have to take that leadership role. And in my career, I do have to take that leadership role.
Mm-hmm.
So it's in me automatically. In any role that we're in, if I see something wrong, I have to butt in. It's just in me. Like what I was telling her last time, you know, we heard our neighbors fighting. It's like, I have to jump in. I can't just see some type of like injustice or something. Like I have to jump in. So it's, I think it's, I'm going to have your back up to a certain extent.
I got one to lead off that. It was brewing in my mind right now. This is something that I've always struggled with, so I will admit to being wrong at times. But I've always struggled with this is having your partner's back. Because for me, I've always gone off of like what's morally right and wrong. And I don't give a fuck who you are to me. And I always like whether you're my mom, my dad, or my brother, my best friend. Like if I see that you're wrong, I'm not gonna agree with you just because you're important to my life. I'm gonna be like, no, like you're not right. But like say like in a sense like for a girlfriend, right? You know like to have your partner's back, right? That's just very important. But it's always been conflicting with me because I'm always based off like, wait, if I hear what you're saying and I don't agree with what's coming out of your mouth, I'm gonna be like, no, that's not right, and I'm not gonna have your back on that. But I feel like there should be a balance of that. It's like a hard place because part of me wants to be like, no, I don't agree with you, but then but later, and I don't, and then later I realize I'm like, man, I should have had your back because I feel like it's fucked up. Like as a partner, you should know that your partner has your back, but then maybe later off on the side, pull you aside and be like, hey, you know, I didn't technically agree with what you're saying. I didn't like that, but I should let you know that that I'm in your corner, because that's something I've always struggled with. Because all the girlfriends I've had, I've always pissed them off because I didn't agree with them. Like, why didn't you have my back? I'm like, because I didn't like what you said. I didn't agree with that shit. The fuck, and I've always let it be known, I don't like that shit. But I'm like, man, should I have taken their back and let them know I'm in their side, and then maybe at another moment later on the side be like, hey, you know what, I didn't agree with that. I don't know. I've always struggled with that. But then later on, I started hearing you should. I don't know, from videos and stuff. You should have your partner's back.
If you don't agree,
Yeah.
But your partner,
I don't know where
I
walked into, but if you don't agree, you don't agree.
I mean, I think it also takes
I don't know what I walked into.
You also have to know them, and I think it takes time.
Yeah.
You know,
because I can only imagine, God forbid, you guys are somewhere, and you don't have a Stephanie's back, and Stephanie's maybe you don't think she's right, but you're maybe in your head, even you're I don't think she's right, but she's my wife. I need to have her back. You know, so I feel you should have her back, right? Mm-hmm. Even though you may think she's wrong, and then because then I think it's gonna, because then it's gonna be fucked up. If you're in public and you're making it known that you don't have her back on a situation, that's gonna be like fucking hell later. You know, I don't know. I feel you should have their back.
In public, you're supposed to keep it kind of chill, you don't want to make a scene.
Yeah.
You just want to
I know. I mean, I think at that point, I know that person.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, bitch, you know better than that.
Yeah.
You know. And it's really fun. Yeah. My sister was
at home.
My sister was telling me something yesterday, and she's like, well, I don't have to take care about that because Jessica's instigating us will say something. And I'm like, no. She knows it so well, you know. But it's I think at that point, you know who that person is, and maybe at that point, you're you hold them back. Maybe you make some type of gesture, if I'm holding on to the person, or it's I know how you're going to react, but obviously it takes time.
Yeah.
You know, it takes time for you to know that person. And again, I think that's where it makes or breaks the relationship. You get to know each other.
I can't think of a possible scenario where that would happen. I mean, how
because you know each other.
Let's say maybe a good scenario would be.
A good scenario, yeah.
I know a good scenario.
I
Which would be a
I
tough
know
one.
one too.
Say it.
With a mom or something, a good scenario where you would have to choose to have someone's back in a certain sense. Maybe you don't agree, or maybe you do. And I'm not saying it, but maybe there comes a situation where you have to have someone's back.
You said a lot of things.
Wait,
yeah, but I'm not saying I don't know particularly.
I'm laughing because Doc's saying he's saying so much, but you're not.
No, because I don't know. But I'm saying
off the record.
I'm just saying
okay,
maybe there comes a time or the past time, but I don't know. But where you need to, and you're just man, is she right or is she not right, or should I have my wife's back right now, even though I don't think she's right? It can come and I don't know, I'm just throwing shit out there, you know.
Let me throw a real scenario that might possibly could happen, but I'm hoping it never does. Let's say
It does.
hopefully it never does. A potential part of it.
Oh.
Let's say it involves JJ.
Don't bring JJ up in this.
Oh no! It's gonna involve JJ because it has partly happened.
Okay.
We went to the San Jose flea market one year. JJ,
you without me?
You were probably there, but probably not at the scene. JJ, if you don't know the flea market, there's a lot of things, a lot of stuff there, a lot of stuff on display. Clothes, toys, especially.
Animals, birds.
Yeah. Toys especially. I hint that at toys because toys are just out there on display.
Yeah.
A little kid will see that and will want to touch it. JJ obviously was one of these kids that hey, there's a toy there. Let me touch it.
You're like a year old.
Yeah. At one point, a woman that was selling these toys saw JJ and did touch him and put her hands and telling him not to do that. And Stephanie reacted in a polite way, but in the most polite way as she could. But she's like, I got it. I have him. That's my son. I'll grab him. She didn't make a scene of it, But what if the scene had gotten bigger? Like, what if she actually did grab him in a way and you hear JJ crying? That is a scene where, like, of course, we both would be involved at that point.
Like, I'd be in jail.
Yeah. no. See, that's
bailed you out.
See, that's the scenario I'm trying to.
Alex,
at that point, I
I'll
would
wait
be
her
avoiding. Of course, I would have your back.
Well, Alex, you were not there.
I did not see it.
I did see it, and how did you feel when you heard it?
When I heard about it, I was like, "What the fuck?"
True.
Yeah, it was definitely a "what the fuck" moment.
No, that moment did escalate a little bit more. I did go off on that woman.
She did.
But very politely.
The girl, the
Responsibly.
woman did grab her, and all I remember Ruby saying was, "No, you don't touch my child." Grabbed her hand and removed her. And when I saw that, I was like, "Damn, bitch!" But then I was like, "She did what she had to do."
The woman had to, like, I think I had said something after the woman was like, she was like, well,
"You don't touch."
I went,
You don't touch a fucking kid. You don't
Yeah.
touch
my kid.
The saleswoman
have a kid
touched
right now.
my son, and my wife reacted, touching her back, like, "Get your hands off my son." But it didn't escalate more than
really
that. But
tested
what if it did? In that scenario, of course, if I had saw, of course, I see a woman touching my son and him, of course, getting hurt or reacting that way. Like, of course it would have gotten big. But my priority is to prevent you from going to jail. And so I would have pushed you. I would have pushed you to the side to make sure.
Take me to jail.
Yeah.
Lock me up.
yeah. Lock me up. But I think that's the only time when I would have somewhat of a disagreement where, like, I'm not trying to get her. Like, yes, I understand your opinion, the way you're acting, the way she did it was completely wrong, but I am not trying to get you to start fight with her.
So obviously you remember this because it left some type of impression.
Oh yeah,
on you.
yeah.
How did you feel when you heard about it?
Oh, definitely. Like, fuck, like I should have been there. Like, unfortunately, maybe I was distracted by another scene. Like, I wish I had seen it. I didn't hear about it until after we got home, actually. And so it's like, fuck, like, it sucks to hear about that. That someone put their hands on your child and it's like, oh, shit. And,
I thought you were going to talk about someone else.
No, no. Oh, well, I mean, but obviously, like, yeah, if the scenario had gotten worse, if the saleswoman had pushed back, if she started throwing hands on you, fuck.
I think there was also kind of like a language barrier because obviously Ruby did grab her hand and said, no. That's literally the only thing that plays in my head. Ruby saying, no. Like, don't touch my child. And in my head, I was like, dude, why did you do that? But then I was like, no, it's true, dude. You don't touch some other kid's child.
Yeah.
Like, he's so young and he's touching everything and he's not doing anything wrong. Why'd you have the fucking shit outside like that? Like, promoting it. It's your fault. Bitch.
Yeah, most of these toys are in boxes to begin with, but I get it. They want to have some of them out there to play with, but, like, I don't know.
But what about... Okay.
It's a little fair regardless.
No, I mean, I thought you were... Okay, well, would it... Who's back? I think with him, he probably would have been more like, whose back would you have in, like, a situation that...
Okay, I'll give you a better example.
That wasn't a good...
I'll give you a better example. Most recent one, and I told you this.
Say it.
So on my last ex, we were living at my parents' house, right? And one day shit hit the fan, and this had already kind of been brewing, kind of whatever, and it was so dumb. So, like, we had our laundry in the washer. We went somewhere, and we came back, and my mom had put it in the dryer. And, I've always struggled with this, even before she lived there, but with myself, with my mom. Because my mom, I'd always be like, Mom, don't put my clothes in the dryer.
Yeah,
because I'm not trying to fucking shrink my shirts. And I'd tell her, and she'd be like, oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. So it wasn't nothing personal. It wasn't nothing malicious. It was nothing like that. It was just more of like a motherly thing where she just fucking picked it and threw it in the dryer, and she put it. And so we got back, and she was in the dryer. And she was like, why is our clothes in the dryer? I'm like, my mom put it in there on accident. And she like, and then we went upstairs and she fucking my girlfriend started going off on me like what the fuck? Like, I don't want her touching my stuff. I don't want, like, fucking making it loud and obvious upstairs that we're arguing about that. My mom could hear, and then she got upset. Like, what the, what is she, like, why is she bitching at my son about fucking the laundry, about me? But, like, I was just doing them a favor, and she was just going off on me, whatever. And my mom heard it, obviously, and then my uncle came over to visit, and my uncle could hear it. My uncle could hear her. They're arguing, and my uncle was like, "What's going on up there?" And it was embarrassing for my dad and whatever, and it was like a whole thing. Then I go downstairs or I guess my mom makes a comment or something like to like when she comes down, and they start like arguing and shit, and I didn't have my girlfriend's back because I was like, dude, it was so fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Then the way she was coming at me, it was just hella sideways. Like, bro, like it was a simple mistake. She put it in the dryer, and she's like, no, she shouldn't be fucking touching my stuff. Going off, and I did not agree with the way she was coming at me, and I was like, nah, I didn't like that. And my mom was hella chill about it until the way when she came up, marched downstairs, and her attitude and shit. Then shit popped off between them, and then I didn't have her back. Obviously, I did not, because I'm like, no, I don't give a fuck. I don't agree with the way you're handling yourself, and you know you're my girlfriend, but fuck that. The way you're talking to me, for one, I didn't appreciate. Two, you're making it fucking loud, acting like you are not living. This is not your house. You are a guest in somebody's house. You are living for free, and you're gonna pop off like that, and you're gonna let it be known for everyone else to hear you. Like fuck that.
Did you say that to her?
I think I did at some point.
Why is she doing her laundry?
Well, because we lived there together.
They live together.
We lived there. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
So she was living there. With
Yeah,
you.
at my
So
parents'
she
house.
had the right to do her laundry.
To do a
in
laundry.
her house.
Yeah, to do laundry.
Okay.
But my mom, as she has done many times before, I
Okay.
explained, mistakenly would,
So she
even
was
when
a
I
guest.
wash my clothes, she would mistakenly grab them and throw them in the dryer, as a courtesy. But my mom's realized, like, I don't want some of my shirts to be dry because I don't want it to be shrink. So I tell her over and over. She'd go, oh, I'm sorry, whatever. And so the same mistake happened with this. She put it in the dryer. And I didn't appreciate how she went off. So obviously I took my mom's side. And she was like all pissed off. And she was like, I need to leave. I was like, you know what? You should leave. Like, you need to go. And then she ended up moving out. And I took my mom's side because I didn't appreciate the way she came out like that. I didn't fuck with that, and we broke up for a little bit, whatever. But that's how, for me, I'm not gonna just take someone's side just because they're my girlfriend. I didn't appreciate, and we had already had problems before that, but that was just the icing on the cake. And I was like, nah, I'm not gonna take your side. You're hella disrespectful in my parents' house. They took us in for free, and you're gonna be yelling like that, acting like this is your fucking place. Nah, fuck that. You need to. I didn't say it, but she was like, I'm gonna go. I'm like, yeah, well, you should go. And then she left, and she's like, you're not gonna go with me. I'm like, no, I'm not. And then
I think
It is what it is.
you said it yourself. That was the icing on the cake. So
Yeah.
there was already.
But then we ended up getting back.
There was something already there. We all know how long a fucking washer takes. And if I am leaving my clothes there overnight, I know that I'm doing that shit on purpose. I know how long my washer takes. I know how long my dryer takes. And if I'm walking out the door, I know that I'm making that decision to leave the fucking washer and dryer on.
It's just shared space.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. You have to be respectful. So maybe I could have been like, hey, we're leaving out. Do you mind just taking the clothes out the dryer or at the washer, but just leave it on the side? Yes, I will leave my shit on the washer, and mom will be like, I just put it in there. I didn't know what you want me to take out. But I'm also very much aware that my bitch ass might not take the clothes out of the washer when I'm supposed to. And so I know that, cool. I'm like, mommy, I'm going to go out. I mean, if you want, you can put them in there. If not, it's cool. But if I care about something, best believe I'm going to stay there until I have to put it in the dryer. Then I'm going to take it out. I think that there was a lot more behind that. Besides just a washer and dryer, the fact that she went off, it's obviously there were
she
other
thought it was
things.
on purpose or something.
Oh,
I am not gonna
Yeah,
disrespect.
I'm
I'm not gonna disrespect my significant other's parents because there's so much in there. These are my potential child's grandparents.
That's why I asked the question.
And even my mama.
Yeah.
Even my mama will be like, you need to fucking watch your back. I mean, not your back, but you need to fucking watch your mouth because I don't want you talking to this other people. Speaking to them disrespectful.
I would never.
No, so I think there was definitely something else behind that. But again, I wouldn't disrespect my significant others. I think maybe I keep my mouth shut and maybe in a separate scenario and be like, I'm just going to keep myself away from these interactions. But you want to keep the peace with your significant other's parents.
Yeah.
It is. I mean, yeah.
But
She's
she was being very respectful at that point. And I knew it was not on purpose. So I tried to explain that,
Okay.
and she wasn't having it. And she was fucking just livid, like fucking close, like.
I think maybe your mom. I mean, same reason how this girl felt some type of way. I think your mom also felt some type of way.
Oh,
And
if anything, well, maybe. If anything, my mom was actually when she was living there. I could tell my parents were kind of like they were tiptoeing around her. They were kind of scared because like she would come home with that attitude and just like that face, like she was fucking just pissed, and they didn't want to say nothing to her because they were
You
like,
know what?
Oh, you know?
I'm sorry.
I remember that. I remember that.
I don't need to see that in a house that I'm paying.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
house. Where
You
I'm
know what?
paying
I thought
shit.
they were exaggerating until I saw it.
No,
And I was like,
yeah.
yeah, it's a real thing.
Yeah.
That face. I was like, yeah, we said hi to her, and she's like, oh, hi. You know, that's it.
Yeah.
But again, it's like one of those things. Like, don't talk to me the first hour I'm here. I get it.
I get it,
But
but
still,
if
you
you
have to be an
live
asshole.
with someone that's your significant other's family, then at least put on some type of face.
I'm
or
telling you,
something.
if I'm living there for
living
free,
together, though.
if I'm living there for free, I will smile at you all the
Yeah.
time. The fact that I'm not even paying water.
Not
Mm.
wash laundry.
What do you want me to do? I'll wash the dishes every night. What do you want? Yeah. So I mean, I think she wasn't.
You know,
That could have been handled differently.
God damn it, Frankie, why aren't you here? Because I know he would have so much to add to that.
Oh,
that.
he
What,
was
that one?
Yeah,
so
that-
much.
At least that scenario.
Oh, well,
'Cause
actually,
he-
well,
yeah,
actually,
he-
well, no, he did because we hung out because after we mended and we got back together, we went out, right? And then after on the drive home, me and her were with Frankie, and Frankie, and she brought it up, right? And I told her, I'm like, be careful what you wish for. Because she brought it up thinking that he's going to side with her. And he did not. And he told her straight up, like, no, like, that's selfish.
They were
and
really
and
cool.
told her off. And, huh?
Oh,
Me and my ex, and then Frankie,
Okay.
went to my
We're all in the
cousin's.
car
Ah,
together.
okay.
No, you weren't there. No, it was
No,
us.
you guys left.
So
Yeah,
you
we
used
were-
Frankie and your ex.
Later, this is like
Yes.
months later, and we're
Okay,
kicking it,
okay.
and she's talking about stuff like that, and thinking that Frankie's gonna agree with
Take
her,
her
and be on
side.
her side, and he was not, and he was like, "No, you're very selfish," and called her out, and hell shit, made her cry and everything,
Oh, shit.
and
He
and
made
she.
her cry?
Yeah, hell yeah! And then after she got out the car and she was all pissed, and me and him were talking in the car, and I'm like, "Hey man, like, I
Thank you for
appreciate you
making
saying
her
what you
cry.
said. I was like, I appreciate you saying what you said because someone needs to tell it to her because I told it to her, but she don't. You know, it's
Oh
good
my
for somebody else to
God.
tell it to her. And he's like, man, it sucks. It's like I like her and everything, but it's just like she needs to hear that. And I'm like, I'm glad you did. I'm glad you said what you said. You know, and he
It is
remembers
what
that
it
shit.
is.
Yeah, it was. I remember that shit. And, you know.
Oh.
I mean,
Yeah.
I should see my
Shout out
parents
to
be.
Frankie and the.
Yeah.
No, Frankie, why aren't you here?
Frankie keeps it
Keeping
real.
it real?
Frankie keeps
Yeah, he
it
does.
real. He
I
keeps it real.
wouldn't want to see my parents get disrespected in their own house.
No.
I know better than
Yeah.
that, especially since my parents raised me. So if I see something like that, I'd be like, "Hey, calm down. Let's go to the room and be like, hey, you need to know better than to disrespect the people whose roof you're living under."
Yeah.
If anything, make it about money, and it's like, do you know how much money we're saving by doing this?
I mean, I wish he was here right now so he can tell.
God
Because he
damn it,
fucking,
Oh,
he put it all out there,
Frank.
and I was like,
Damn it,
God damn it, Frankie.
Part 3, though.
Part three. All right. What are your thoughts on men? This is from your list. What are your thoughts on men having multiple partners if they are financially and emotionally capable of handling it?
They
What?
can't.
Multiple partners.
They're broke.
No, some guys will. I mean, what's that one dude who has hella kids?
Who?
Nick
Nick
Cannon.
Nick Cannon?
Yeah, well, but he's
Well, he's a celebrity.
But he's a celebrity. As
Yeah,
well.
but I
He
mean,
makes money.
if you have
Average
money,
man can't,
Yeah, if they are financially and emotionally capable of handling
and
it.
they're not.
financially,
what, the
yes,
1%?
emotionally, no.
that's hard though. How can you be emotionally there for like
No.
2?
You cannot. If
What
you were
type
emotionally there, humanity and like our society has built us to think that we can only be with one person. So for him to say that he's emotionally available, no, you fucking are not.
Of course
You are not emotionally available.
I don't know.
Mhm.
No. Do I know guys who think that they can have like their wife or their significant other and their kids and stuff like that and still think that they can have their bitch on the side? Yes, I know that. I know people who are very much like that, or people who are in open relationships. But does that eventually lead, like, to a successful thing in the future? No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
no.
It never does. No, there are too many fucking emotions in the mix. There are too many people in the mix, and no, it's just not. It's not doable. Personally, I don't think it's doable.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
It's too much.
Well, any open relationship, unless they're like.
But some people
All
will be
three of
doing.
them,
Some people
yeah.
be doing that. Like,
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
That's not the thing about open relationships.
If they all agreed to it.
Still no.
Yeah.
I know a dude who had an open relationship,
He thought
and
it was a fantasy.
no. Both of them knew that the relationship wasn't really
Bullshit.
working out.
It was
It was the
fantasy.
girls. The girl was the one that offered having an open relationship. They loved it. Huh?
Because she was like lightweight bi.
No. Eventually, she realized, no, I do not want to have an open relationship. But at that point, the dude was like, I like having an open relationship.
Oh.
So at that point, you couldn't tell that dude otherwise. You know, he was going to continue doing it. I forgot what we were talking about. I'm sorry, guys.
All right, guys, we're gonna cut it off here. But thank you guys for listening to the podcast, part 2.0. We're doing after party. Whether you're in the car, out the car, wherever you are. Thank you guys for listening.
Good night,
And
good
good night, good morning. And send us more questions because we will definitely have a part
This
3.
shit is not over.
This is not over.
Part 3.
Dating will never stop. All right, guys. See ya.